slammed my mom. That's weird.
Oh, cool. That's the first thing that's going to be said on stream. Good job. All right. We're live. Twitch. All right. D&D, Dark Sun.
Welcome, all mothers.
Trekking across the Silt Sea, a very dangerous environment. It's not actually a sea. It's very dry. It's very silty. Very deadly. Everybody is either on a flying carpet up in the air or riding on the back of a giant across the Silt Sea. Taurus, he can walk if he wants, so he's walking around. Oren can walk on the surface of the silt, so he's walking around as well.
I'm walking on the surface of the silt, too.
Yeah, what we were talking about last week is getting an item that you guys can stand on. So, maybe the square instead. Alright.
Well, square.
I'm going to take this thing and I'm going to stretch it. I'm going to copy it.
Is the shipwreck above the silt?
Popping out of the silt.
Or are we like diving underneath the silt?
It's popping out of the silt.
Actually, it's probably supposed to be more like this. Alright,
It's
so...
halfway down in the silt, I think, from last time.
I'll put this one here. Alright. Oren is really big, so I'm going to shrink him down to his appropriate size, and I'm going to put him on top of this. And then I'm going to link it. So, linking Oren to the thing. Give it a healthy minute because of the lag.
How was everybody's day?
Yeah, pretty good so far.
It was a long day. My computer system at work died.
Oh, shitty.
Where's my character? It only died for a little bit though, so it wasn't actually that bad.
I think we lost your character.
Had a bunch of stupid custom. My character's gone? What?
Yeah, last time I think your character disappeared. There was a
Alright,
lot of bugs
turn
last
on
time.
Now you can turn on the...
You got it?
What's it
This
called?
is probably like a really old version. I don't think I updated it in a while.
Check the health on it.
There you go.
Okay.
So
So now you have a better visual representation that the giants are wading about waist deep in the silt. People who can walk on the silt, they're up above the layer of the silt, walking on air. Up on the flying carpet. Yeah, it's not very fast, but it seats several people comfortably, so you guys are riding in style. Taro. You're muted, Taro, but you're riding Omen, so he has the best view. He spots it first. And so basically, almost immediately, all of these undead will emerge up out of the boat. They're all going to begin to wail an unearthly and horrible sound, letting loose an audible curse, cursing all living things, and wishing death on you. Just like the banshee screams are pretty intense, and...
Is it the daytime or the nighttime?
You guys travel during the day, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
What's the measurement here? Is this 1:1? 1.6. Let's see. All right. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50,
Everybody
55,
put their initiative
60,
in.
19.
Mine is ready.
Let's see, is there... What about Taro? Taro? Want me to roll your initiative?
He's still muted. Taro? See, we complained about his dishes, and he was like, I'll mute myself so they won't hear me doing my dishes, and then when we ask him to do something on his turn, he's not able to respond.
Tarot says to invite him into, I guess, Tabletop Simulator.
Oh, he needs an invite
Well,
into
who did that?
tabletop. Taro.
Why?
You have him added on Steam?
I don't know. It talks about models. Remember?
New laptop being broken down. Jodab, you have Tarot added on Steam?
Yeah, hold on. One second. It's joining.
Nice. Well, hopefully it works
Broken
good.
and dumb.
There he is.
Welcome.
Yes. Yes,
Tat,
hello,
tat,
everything.
tat, tat.
Better get in here and roll your initiative, otherwise it's going to be the 8 that I just rolled.
He's probably loading like all this stuff right now.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have promotion.
Ooh, even better. I rolled a 6. It's getting worse. Beep boop. Alright, we're going with it. Crius. Now, Grimorn is riding on the flying carpet. He's full of holy zealotry for fire and the Lord of Flame. He's got his trusty, mentally challenged friend Trenbull, who is like drooling and chewing on part of a shoe.
Don't be scared.
Your bard soul is strumming his musical instrument and singing a song about Trenbull's head injury and how it's decreased his IQ 40 points. When suddenly you hear the banshee wail, "Oh my god! Evil undead, what are you gonna do?"
And we can clearly see them, huh?
They rise up out of the ship. They're ghostly, they pass right through the cracks of the ship, materialize, wail, and then vanish into shadow. It's hard to tell if they were always there, or if they disappeared, or if they came and left. They just turn to shadow and dissipate into the silt.
Oh, look at that, Ninja.
Is it possible for me to shoot a fireball where they were?
Sure.
Look, Ninja. Look.
What's up?
It's hard to, I think I covered them all.
Yeah.
Look at the scale. Yeah.
Yeah, you lowered it a little bit. Very nice.
I'm pretty sure I can cover them all. I just can't, like, put my circle with the bolt there.
Trenbull, watching you do this, perks up for a minute, wipes the drool from his chin, and says, "Those poor bastards! They must have been so focused on their goal that they rose from the dead when they died here. Poor bastards! We have to put an end to their misery. Burn the boats! Maybe a funeral pyre will put them to rest."
The map is making it very hard, but I think I can cover them all with the circle.
Okay, so you throw a fireball directly towards the deck of the ship. It explodes, encapsulating all of the undead in the blast. There's 8 of them. What's the DC?
19.
19. All right.
If they have resistance, they'll still take the full damage.
Is that an ability you can only use a limited number of times, or is that just all the type of class?
It's a feat. Fire.
One of them had a 19.
Okay. I rolled shit. I'm gonna re-roll the 2s and the 1.
Oh, that means you don't even need my one spell, then that removes resistances.
I'll let you know what it is. It's okay, so they canceled that one.
Hey.
Hello.
Hi, ma'am.
It is plus 51 damage.
Hell yeah, 51.
51 fire damage.
Okay.
Explosion!
7 of them take 25 damage. 1 of them takes 12.
Do they have resistance?
Fire seems very, very ineffective on the undead. Like, your flames hit them, but because their form is simply a shadow, it doesn't affect them nearly as much as you'd hope. They're insubstantial, ghostly, and your flames barely touch them.
Right, because if it's just regular resistance, they should still take the full damage.
Yet they do not.
It's elemental added.
Alright, so,
You think purple isn't doing anything. Choose a color, doesn't work. Jodab, can you use... Oh wait, he's very purple, right?
Not good.
your color? I mean, it looks like you have orange.
No, I was talking about Tara. I was reading his Discord messages.
Clicking purple isn't doing it. Yeah. Alright. It looks like he's been promoted and Jodab made him purple, so we're all good to go.
Okay, orange turn. Element.
It's not very effective. Okay.
Policy casting resistance to damage from the chosen type. When roll damage for spell and cast that. It's damage from the type you can treat any water.
Need some divine magic.
Is the thing where you're re-rolling the ones a different ability? 1s and 2s?
Yeah, that's a fire priest thing.
Okay. Now, even if you roll a 1 twice, it'll just be a 2 anyways.
Yeah, I'll just be the cancel itself. Like it doesn't change.
No, because your fire priest thing, you just re-roll it and it takes whatever the second one is, then you roll it, right?
I can re-roll the 1 and 2s.
But only once, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So then with the elemental adaptability, it just automatically treats a 1 as a 2 damage.
Oh shit!
So
I
even
deleted
if
him.
you roll a 1 twice, it'll
I wouldn't consider
Bump
like I don't do that.
Apologies, I had to rewind.
I just take the re-roll even if it's a 1.
no.
Why, oh why do they put the delete button so close to the name button? Why? Why? Such a foolish design decision that they just left it like that for 4 or 5 years without ever considering changing it.
Well, everybody knows that Kevin should have been fired a long time ago.
Yeah, yeah.
We'll-
Okay, I'm gonna have Skywheel take the stealth action, and he's gonna move.
These are gonna be tough ones.
I don't know, what's the move here? Would he move in and attack? Probably not, right? He doesn't know what the deal is here.
Is it possible to do a bonus action? I didn't take one.
Sure.
Something simple. I grab some wax and I shove it into my ears.
You don't want to hear a thing.
Nope.
Okay, so I'm gonna have Oren get a little bit closer, and then he's going to make a couple of attacks. He's gonna throw his psychic daggers, so he charges up his psychic dagger attacks and throws one after the other. Throw. So 6 and 4. All right, so the first one misses, and the second one hits. Okay. And the Banshee didn't notice where it came from. So, his Psychic Dagger did damage to it. The fire was collectively pretty effective on them. But only because it did a shit ton of damage. It did disperse them quite a bit. Alright. So, Long, what are you going to do?
Let's see. Can I even see any of them at this point, or they were all just they went under the boat?
So
Or just shot a fireball at nothing.
you know where they were, but suddenly they vanished into smoke, and you can't clearly see where they are. But you know where they last were, as if they're like an invisible creature that's there somewhere.
Okay.
They're treated as heavily obscured. They've turned into shadows.
Then I will. How far are they?
Where's the measuring tool? Somewhere.
Found one of them. It's over here.
You really just need one.
Alright, so there's that. And morgue.
Okay, that's fine. I am going to. Do we have a circle thingy?
You want a circle? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I took one. Going to double its size. Right, 60 feet.
Well, the 30 might not be 30 on it. Like it's named that, but
Oh,
like the one that if you copied and pasted on me, it's 20.
okay. So that's actually like 40 then. the storm cloud is. Okay. I'm gonna make 60-foot storm cloud. Is it? What's the weather? Is it stormy normally, or is it just?
In the Silt Sea, there's always a constant haze. It's like fog.
Okay. Then I don't think it gets the extra damage.
That is huge.
It is.
Is that like a storm or?
I am doing Call Lightning, and let's see, it's 3rd level. I will cast it at the highest level at my 5th level spell. And so this is gonna do 3d10 plus a d10 each level. Alright, so where's the DC save is 8 plus this DC 16 dex save. I'm gonna be hitting these 3 and dropping the lightning bolt on the metal on that one. And it's gonna do 5d10.
All right.
Oops.
I don't know what I was thinking about that, but you know the elemental priests in Dark Sun,
Uh-huh.
when they hit that level like 17 or whatever, where they can just become an elemental.
18.
It's like a cheat on getting old, you know? Like if you stay
They
in your
take
elemental form.
27 points of lightning damage or half on a save.
All right. So all of them sort of get hit by the lightning. The crackling lightning surges down, destroys the deck of the ship, bursts into flames. The shadowy form of the banshees that were hit by your lightning sort of evaporate away and disappear.
Think I got him. Yeah, that's. I don't think I can do anything with my bonus action. Bonus action on these things.
This circle thing is wild.
It's big. It's really big. Yeah, you can call down lightning all over the battlefield with that spell.
Alright, that's my turn.
Cool. Taurus.
I will move feet this way. Towards it.
All right.
I'm not sure how many feet I can get, but let's say I get close.
Like, what's the distance you can go?
Yeah, we
Where
got
were
this
you?
measurement tool here.
5.
If he was here... Yeah, like, put this where he was, and then we'll see how many feet it is. What's that, 40? Okay. You've got, like, 45 at a move, right?
Yep.
Okay, so you get pretty close with your first move. You can see all of the undead dwarves floating on the deck of the ship. They've got what appears to be like a scimitar in their hand, but their other hand is just like a skeletal grasping claw swirling with energy. And they're all sort of like wailing and reaching towards you. So, Taurus,
Not close enough to them to attack.
Taurus, roll me a wisdom save. You have advantage because of the hero's feast.
Okay. 1 second. Oh, wisdom save. Ooh, with advantage?
Yeah, hero's feast gives you advantage on wisdom saves.
Let's take a look. You become immune to poison.
6.
6, cool.
Immune to poisons and being frightened. Saving throws, wisdom with advantage. And then your health increase.
Alright. So, Taurus, another banshee has appeared over here. Alright, so suddenly you're aware there's another banshee just off to your right that's coming to attack you.
Oh yeah.
Do you have any ranged weapons?
I do actually.
You should probably throw a ranged weapon at that other banshee that's coming up on your right.
Okay, so I'll one-hand my spear for a second, and I'll use my throwing hand to throw a my cyclopean warp.
This is a fun power. So, like, as a gaze attack, you get the Curse of Rage, where you have to lash out at your allies. And so to Taurus, he thinks there's a banshee coming up on his right, but it's actually Skywill. He's seeing an illusion in his mind, and he can't tell the difference, and so he's really compelled to attack that sudden threat coming up on his right. Until he makes that wisdom save. And you can keep making that wisdom save each turn.
He specifically
14
attacks
hit.
allies or just anything that's close to me?
Yeah, it's got to be an ally. So, you missed. The Banshee was not hit. It's coming right towards you.
Wow.
If we yell at Taurus, does he respond? What are you doing?
I'll throw
Why are
it
you
again.
attacking Orin?
Was Orin stealth though?
Yeah, he definitely was stealthy.
Two or twos.
Like, get away from me! Get away!
Alright. So,
You think you gotta sneak up on me? Ha! Ha!
C is going to call down from the flying carpet with a persuasion roll. He's got like a 13. He's like, "Stop, Taurus! You're attacking Orin. Don't do it. Your mind is corrupted by evil." You know, something to that effect. He tries to convince you.
Does he do it? Hold on, let me.
He's also going to draw his bow and he's going to shoot.
I imagine he said evil like Mermaid Man.
Evil. He does 7 damage with a magic arrow to this banshee here.
16 insight check to him. To his persuasion. Does he, he convinces me, right?
You can tell that he's not lying. He is telling you the truth.
I yell back to him, what are you talking about? That's a banshee.
But you're smart now, so you'll figure it out.
Yeah. I thought it was a banshee.
Alright. So I had Sia attack Tremble. He wails and says, "We have to do something. Continue to use fire on the ship. Put it to the flame. Put their souls to rest, those poor bastards." And then the banshees.
What about the loot?
But the treasures.
The banshees are going to do a thing. Taurus, this banshee flies at you.
Oh man.
And the banshee is going to make 2 attacks. He's going to attempt to grapple first.
Well, that's not good.
Okay, so
Ninja rolled a 0. You're good.
Ignore that first one. I had to reset it.
No, it was 0.
So he fails to grapple you twice. And
Yep.
he didn't like that at all. So let's see. One of the other ones is going to fly over at Skywill and try to grapple him.
He hugged me like a baby.
What do we got? We got it. Oh, one of them made it. The one that rolled a 15, he gets a 19, which barely makes contact with Skywill. Let me go to my notes here. Alright, so Skywill is burned by the touch of the creature for 3 damage. And he is grappled. Alright. Okay, so we got the one that went to Taurus. Another one comes at you, Taurus. They're going to gang up on you, so this one, and maybe this one too. I'll get another 4 attempts to grapple you. But your defense against grapples... Your defense against grapples is outstanding, so... Are you raging currently?
I am not.
Alright, if you're not raging, they still need a 20. But one of them did get a 20. So the one that got a 20 managed to grapple you. Alright, so initially what you'll notice is that the touch of the creature is like acid, and it immediately begins to...
Contest against me.
It is. Well, I mean, like in regular D&D it is, but I'm using the Grit and Glory rules, so it's just a target number I'm aiming for. The target number is 24. If you're raging, it goes up to 27 because you get advantage on strength tests.
Yep.
Okay, so he does grab a hold of you. What kind of armor are you wearing? No armor, right?
No armor.
What kind of clothing are you wearing?
Hold on.
Because he grabs you by your clothing, and your clothing has to make a save against a power that it's got. It rolls a d20. If it's a magical garment, it gets +2 for every modifier it's got, up to +6 at +3 magic item. This is called Cause Decay. It will instantly decay anything. Metal will rust.
I'm wearing my desert clothes right now.
Wood will age and split. Cloth will fall to dust. Mundane items get a DC 15 save against this effect.
I am wearing regular desert clothes.
Alright, you're about to be a naked barbarian. Roll that save.
You must adjust the pH.
The save, what? What's the save?
DC 15, otherwise up to 60 pounds of whatever clothing it's grabbing just disintegrated to dust. Oh,
I am
You're- your clothing rots away at the touch of the creature. In addition, you take 10 necrotic damage just from being close to it. For every one of these that gets close to you. You can roll a DC 17 con save for each instance. There's 3 of these. 3 DC 17 con saves. And I'll roll one for Skywill. Skywill failed.
one save.
2 save. So that'll cut the damage in half. So you take 5, 10, 15.
Oh.
Okay, so you took 20 necrotic damage from the 3 of them.
We had a Heroes Feast, didn't we?
Yeah.
What was my, it was 2d10?
Get those temp HP. Alright, this one's going to do a dash. He flies through the air straight towards Morg and Tremble and Soul, who lets out a screech. It's coming right towards us! He points his bow at it as if to fire another arrow, but it's not his turn. The giants, they see the undead, and they are going to freak out. And so Fawnloth is going to turn and run away, letting out a goatish bleat of horror, and he's going to hide behind the wreck of the Hesper over here. So he crouches down and in a shaky voice points and says, "Ghost!" And
Zoinks, Goob.
Groth, he's going to roll his morale test, and he's got a 10, and so Groth says, "Correct you is. Am ghost. Am horrifying danger. Must not let ghost to touch." And he goes over and hides behind this rock, and he pulls out his magic lucky stone, which he believes gives him +1 on saves against effects from undead, even though it has no such power. He's just superstitious.
That was the Giants?
Yeah, that was the giant's turn. Ring sight, what are you going to do?
Describe the battlefield.
We got 5 banshees left out of 8. All of them have taken significant damage.
Are they all roughly in the same area?
They're in various positions. If you look at the stream, you can see it.
I don't see this. Where is it?
You don't have it bookmarked. I'm hurt.
I do not.
There you go. Alright, so if you look on the stream, you can see that ring sight is over here. And I'm drawing a line. It's probably going to have a bit of a delay, but I'm drawing a line to this banshee here, and the 3 banshees that are on Taurus, and the 1 banshee that is on Orin. And then this one up in the air here is not actually there. That's an extra one I will delete. Okay, so you're pretty far from them. Where's that measurement tool at? Here it is. The nearest one is probably the one that's going after Orin. Alright, so you are 60 feet. Do you want to do anything?
There's an ad in the way.
Yeah, okay.
I can't seem to skip it either.
Yeah, you probably can't. That's fine. No rush. Give it a minute. Let those advertisers get their 3 cents or whatever.
I hope you get your quarter of a cent.
It starts to matter when you got like 300 viewers or more, maybe.
Okay, I see it. What's happening?
It's your turn.
So you are on Omen. There's banshees 60 feet away. Some of them are a little further away. Some are going after your friends on the flying carpet. Some are going after Taurus. Some are going after Orin.
Lot to deal with on that battlefield. Let's try to.
It starts to matter when you got like 300 viewers or more, maybe. Echo Inception.
I call the air elemental.
No, that's a good call. All right, you summon your air elemental. Where do you want to put it?
Defend the people on the flying carpet while I assist Taurus with my holy blade.
Sorry, I was hearing myself. The one... It goes after the ones attacking Taurus?
No, he's defending the flying carpet.
Defending the carpet. Okay. Let me move that
I
into
move over
place.
Taurus after it's summoned so I can smack things with a holy sword. And then with Omen's turn, he can just like claw things with his new fancy talons.
You want to roll it in the Discord for his 2 attacks?
Okay. It's 3 attack.
It's a regular air elemental, right?
Yeah.
I'm seeing 2. Two slam attacks at +8.
How do I roll again?
Exclamation point, roll space 1d20 +8.
Well, that didn't work.
No underscore. There you go. Okay. And again.
Wait, this is for Omen. Omen's a +6.
So you said you sent the air elemental in. Does Omen go in as well?
I'm helping Taurus. The air elemental's helping the people on the carpet.
Okay, so let me move Omen over there. Was he ever healed, or does he still have the 20 damage on him?
When was that done?
Last session, he took 20 damage from something. One of the giants threw a rock at him, maybe?
Did we
I forget what it was
long rest
specifically.
between those points, or did we rest between those points?
Anyone?
I think we did. Last time we were in the cave. After we fought them, we took a long rest inside the cave.
Okay. Okay.
Alright then.
He gets, like you said, 2 claws and a bite, so keep rolling. First claw's a 10, doesn't hit anything. Next claw's a 23, that'll hit. So then for this one, it's, what is the claw damage on that? +5 to hit for a d6 +3. So roll up a d6 +3, and then another attack with his bite, which is 2d6 +3. If you don't have the stat block on hand, I can throw that image down there.
Did Tremble try to shoot an arrow?
Nah, he didn't. His bow wouldn't do anything. 5 to hit for a d6 +3. So roll up a d6 +3, and then another attack.
Okay, 14 damage.
You rolled 3d6 there, isn't it? Just d6 +3. So I'll just take the first one.
Thing, didn't he? Wait, 2d4 +4, that's what it said, sorry. Whoops. Okay, 7. That's not great, but whatever.
Yeah. Okay, so you're not gonna like the trade-off though. So he halves the damage you do to him to 3. And then because you got close to him, Omen takes 10 necrotic damage unless he can make a DC 17 con save.
Oh. Oh, this was a bad idea.
So you can save for half, and that'll only be 5. But DC 17 is pretty tough. He does get a +3. Nope. Alright. So doing 3 damage, taking 13, or taking 10 is not good. Not a good trade-off. And Taurus, he's getting ripped up by it as well. He's in that field, and even saving, he's still getting hurt quite badly by it. All right, so Krius, what are you gonna do? Oh, actually, hang on. Ring Sight, did you do anything yourself, or was your whole action commanding the air elemental?
Calling the element.
Yeah. Okay, so you did finish your turn, right? Do you have a bonus action or anything?
I don't think so.
Okay, cool. All right, didn't miss anything. Krius. You can see all of the Banshees are quite badly injured, but now they're close to your allies. Oh, Krius, roll a wisdom save.
Send it! Send it, man!
Yeah, with advantage, DC 14 wisdom save. You're probably all right. All right.
Or 19.
You're unaffected by the curse of the Banshee.
Why did you put yourself in the way? You're gonna have to take some damage.
Fucking do it, man.
Collateral damage. That's his middle name. His clothing's already destroyed. Burn away.
Fucking naked.
You must show that you're a true devout.
This is how you shave in Dark Sun. You just have a fireball cast at you until your hair's gone.
Fucking DC 19 dex save. Rolling 3 dice.
It's okay, you have advantage, Taurus.
Oh, the
I'm
lag.
saving. Dexterity save?
Yep.
19. 1 second.
Boop, boop. Dexterity save's 4.
44 damage.
13?
44.
Does not save.
I'll save.
Alright. All of the Banshees that were clinging on to Taurus are evaporated in the holy flames. Even though they resist all the damage, they still get destroyed by it. Nope.
Hurt so good.
I'm hearing that echo again.
Baby, love it hurts so good.
Yeah, you get a pretty good sunburn on your back, in your face.
All of the Banshees that were clinging on to Taurus
Sorry,
You're
Taurus.
so good.
Oh, I was
done.
reading. Fuck.
It'll be Oren's turn. Help Tor!
How much damage?
44.
Ooh, I'm gonna use my endurance. Colossal endurance. Though. And that'll give me a 20 off.
You know, yes,
44?
help Oren! He's on his own over there. Yeah, 4-4.
Heavy damage.
I haven't even done anything.
Except attack Orin and miss.
What?
All right. With advantage, Orin makes a save against the madness effect. He'll use his cunning action to disengage. And then he'll throw a psychic dagger, which misses. His turn's over. Morg.
Do I see any banshees left?
There's the one directly in front of you here, and then there's one that is where Orin used to be.
Okay. But when I attacked the boat with the lightning bolt, it made some of them disappear. So I'm going to cast a lightning bolt at the mast and this smaller, I don't know, support mast. I'm gonna try and knock it down and cave in the boat.
All right.
See if that.
Blast away. Roll your damage.
I don't think the mast can move.
I'm gonna roll some fire damage on the ship too. I didn't do that last turn.
It's gonna do 1, 5, 7, 12, 21 points of lightning damage.
Hey, Chris, if you combined your 2 fireballs, what was your total? It was like 44 and 51, right? What's that, 95? Good talk. All right. I'll just go with that. All right. Your blast of lightning continues to destroy the ship, which is under considerable fire and lightning barrage and is starting to collapse and break apart. But it is a large structure that'll take some damage to really finish it off.
And for my bonus action, I'll just turn into a chest ring, or just cause.
All right.
Can you scale this down? It's too big.
Too big.
It won't be.
Yep.
Any smaller than that.
There you go.
Okay.
Wait a minute. There you go.
All right. Thank you very much. Okay. Save object. All right. And that's my turn. Taurus, do some stuff. Smash the boat. Get the booty. Go damn.
What?
Smash the booty. Get the treasure.
Das
Do we
Boot?
kill all of them?
No. There are 2 left on the battlefield.
I don't see them.
They're fine.
They are shadow forms. You're not supposed to see them. Technically, they have a stealth of 25, and your passive doesn't pick them up.
So after the fire's cleansed, I don't see anything anymore.
Yeah, the ones that were attacking you disappeared in the fireball.
I'm gonna. Is the boat on fire? It's already gone. I don't really understand what's going on with this boat right now.
If you hover over it, do you see the damage?
Okay. That has some damage on it. I can see that. Now.
2 fireballs and a couple lightning strikes later. It's got quite a bit of damage on it. Trenbull has called for the destruction of the ship. Put it to the flame to put their souls to rest.
Can I go on to the boat? Is it stable enough to go inside the boat and see if I can find loot?
Yeah, if you want to. You'd have to hop up onto the deck and go down through the cargo hold. There's like a big hatch
I'll-
on the deck.
I'll do it.
All right.
Get up here, and I'll try to get in there. Dodging flames.
All right.
Dippity dodge.
You throw open the hatch and you descend into the lower decks. And down here you land in a big pile that goes crunch, crunch under your feet. It's kind of hard to see exactly what you're standing on, but it's making like a cracking and crunching noise.
Sounds like bones.
It does sound like bones.
I don't like that. Hold on. I have a thing I can do. Well, not that. Invisible stuff isn't necessarily magical, right?
Nah.
Okay.
The Banshees have heavy obscurement from the effects of transforming into a shadow. It's technically a psionic effect, a psionic magic related to the element of the silt.
I was gonna see if I can see stuff at
There's a feat that says you can ignore obscurement, concealment, stuff like that. I think it's like the marksman feat. That would see through their shadow form effect.
Oh, I wasn't trying to see that. I was trying to see anything magical.
No, yeah, in the ship here. There is probably some magic going on here, considering how cursed this place is.
Yeah, but I'm looking for anything like of value, anything shiny. I'll just go in there and I'll make a investigation.
All right, roll it.
I'll sift through the bones that I crunched and see if I find anything of value.
You got it. Give me your best shot. Roll that investigate. You plunge your hands down into what is literally a small mountain of dwarf bones, digging around in the silt.
Nope, not at all. Okay. Oh, 23?
Yeah, look at that. You find, when you dig your hands deep at the bottom of the pile of bones, there is also a small chest that has survived, a small locked chest.
I will grab it.
All right.
Come out of the... I don't know how much I've moved. Probably 10 feet to get up onto the boat, and then another... Probably enough to come... Alright, I probably don't have enough to move anymore.
All right.
I'll just come out of the bones if I can.
C is going to fire 2 arrows at the undead.
Secure the chest.
Alright, so he'll do another like 5 damage to the one that's coming towards you. And he says, "Ah, I couldn't stop it! It went right through my arrows." He grabs Grimorn by his priestly frock and points at the creature coming right towards you. Alright, so, Trimble, he's going to take his bow and he's going to shoot at it, but his arrows go right through it harmlessly. He backs up.
I don't know, Skyman.
He's going to move around to the back corner here and wait, and then... Alright, the Banshee. The Banshee is going to move until everybody is within a 30-foot radius of the Banshee.
Except for Taurus.
And not counting Taurus or Orin or Ring Sight. This is basically affecting Trenbull, Grimorn, Soul, and Morg. Alright. The Banshee lets out a terrifying wail, all up close, calling on its rage. This is called the Wail of Malediction. It can do it once a day. It releases a battle cry, and everybody within 30 feet has to make a DC 14 Wisdom save, where they fall under the effect of the Curse of Rage. So, Trenbull.
Is my wax in my ears helping me?
Trenbull gains the Curse of Rage.
27, no rage.
The wax in my ears, does it help?
I'll give you advantage. It's a magical effect, but it is somewhat based on sound.
17?
Yep.
Is this a magical effect that is evil in nature?
Yeah.
And from okay, it says that it's from defilers. So I'm not sure if it's something that I could get advantage on from that.
No, it's not really from Defilers. The effect that they're doing is psionic. It's a curse. It's like a mind influencing curse, like a charm.
Okay. Yeah.
Grimorn is kind of successfully giving himself advantage against it by plugging up his ears so he can't really hear it. But it's still a magical effect, so it's still somewhat effective if you fail your save.
I'm just gonna go ahead and roll.
No, you don't have to roll. You're outside the area.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I was in the area.
No.
Just us on the magic
No, 30
carpet.
feet.
Okay, Okay.
This,
Thank
the
you.
giant circle's mine. Don't worry about it.
Gotcha.
It's a like thunderstorm.
All right, so that was this Banshee up here. He did that as his action. The other Banshee here, I had you disengage from it and move away so you wouldn't get attacked by it, but it's going to pursue you.
Gotcha.
So it uses its movement, and it's going to fly up on you, and the way they work is they try to grab you. So this undead pirate flies at you through the silt. He emerges out of the silt with his clawed hand aimed right at your throat. He's going to like grab at your clothing or whatever he can get his hands on. You're pretty hard to grab. And he does not succeed, so he'll try again. Oh, look at that. Crit. Okay, so you are grabbed. So several things happen, Skywell, is you're in its necrotic field now, so you have to roll a DC 17 con save.
Okay.
You already got hit by this once earlier,
Oh, that's a plus.
so you're at like minus 13 right now.
Okay. This is not great. Oh wow, nat 20.
All right. Okay, so you resist the necrotic damage by just toughing it out, but the hands that are clutching you, they're melting everything they touch. It's like acid, and it's got this effect called cause decay. So,
Oh no.
are you wearing armor?
Yes.
All right. Is your
You already
armor
saw me-
is your armor
you already
magical?
saw
All
me get
Yeah.
touched by one of these guys.
right. Is it plus
and
one armor?
All my clothes disappeared.
Okay. So there's a cloak, leather armor. Those would probably be the two things that are on the throat.
All right. I'll give you sort of like a player's choice here. So, does he grab your cloak or your armor? What's more accessible?
The cloak is not magical.
All right. Roll a d20, DC 15, or it turns to dust in the clutches of the creature.
Crap.
It's like my whole desert outfit is gone.
I'm sorry,
Okay.
what effect's going on right now?
Okay, when the Banshee grabs you, it's got this
The ghost
effect.
is trying to
Is
make him make it.
PC-15 of what type again? I'm sorry.
It's a flat saving throw for the item to
Flat.
resist being destroyed by the touch.
Can I use Sonic NACA for this?
I don't think so. Like, which psionic knack do you think would help?
It's from
Close.
the no, it's from the I get to throw a dice towards saves.
That's your save though, like not the item save. So like your
Okay, fair.
avoidance is like the 19
Okay,
DC
it's gone.
to make contact.
I'm crossing it off. I'm crossing it off.
Okay, so
God
What
dang
item was
it.
destroyed?
My
His
shifting
cloak.
cotton cloak. My
Yeah.
shifting Sonic cloak.
Well, if it's magical, it's a
What does
different
that
DC.
do?
nothing anymore. It's turned to dust.
It's gone. gone.
These things are nasty. If they get their hands on you, they will melt your items into dust.
Okay. I look on.
That was a
horror.
magical item, Ninja.
It says a plus 0. It says it's magical, yes, but it says a +0 enchantment, so therefore no, right?
It had a magical effect, right? So I'll give it a +2, but you still rolled a 7, so that wouldn't
I
make
rolled a
15.
7. It's done. It's gone.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd give you the bonus as a magical item, but it wasn't enough.
No. Wow.
What did it do?
It's a psionic effect called Cause Decay.
It's clutching my throat, but it's disintegrating my accoutrements.
Yeah, it grabbed a scruff of your cloak.
Do
It's being a school bully and grabbing you by the scruff of your
Yeah.
clothes.
His cloak was like camouflage. It was a desert cloak, right?
Right.
do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shifting
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, he can destroy up to 60 pounds of gear with a single touch with that effect.
Christmas.
Yeah, it can really
I
destroy a lot.
lost 4 gold.
Oh, so all you have to do is wear like super heavy plate armor.
Yeah, if it's more than 60 pounds, he can't affect it.
Oh,
Okay,
sorry. 4
well,
CP.
okay.
I lost the 4 CP.
That's
There,
my
hold on.
that's my attacker, I should say, not turn. And she's giant.
So keep in mind you are grappled, and his touch does not feel good. It does
No.
three acid damage every turn automatically, and you cannot move while grappled.
So do I take 3 more damage on top of the 13, right?
I already marked it. You should be accurate at 21 damage right now.
Marking it on my table. Got it. Thank you.
That's 2 hits from the necrotic, 1 that you saved, 1 that you didn't, and 2 acid touches.
Screaming out in pain and horror.
Yeah, it's rough. Okay, that was the Banshees, though. The Giants, they cower and they point and they say, "You kill bad undead!" And then they clap.
What?
Okay. They don't want
That's what
to.
they do.
They don't want to get personally involved.
Oh my god.
They're very superstitious. They're terrified.
Just smash it. I have rocks for this very purpose.
their
Smash the
their
boat.
rocks are mundane, and the undead are actually immune to the mundane damage that their rocks would do.
Throw the rocks at the ship.
If somebody could cast magic rock on their rocks, then it would work like a charm. But otherwise, no, they got nothing.
Magic stone.
I'm a little bit concerned right now, guys. For real.
Yeah, that decay effect is no joke. You want to get the hell away from that.
What's your health? I can see your.
While I'm down here, because I just got all the bones, right, Ninja? Just a question.
Yeah.
Would I happen to see any other places of interest that there could be more?
Nah, nothing that you can see. Keep in mind, though, visibility is super low, and it's easier to scout around with a arcane eye. You could ask Ringsight to help you out with that. Like, your visibility is minimal. So
Yeah,
you-
this looks like
I have dark vision.
it doesn't matter. The silt is obscuring your view. You can only see like 15 to 30 feet at any given time.
the longer this
Inside
encounter
the
goes
boat?
on,
Yeah, even inside the boat. It's full of holes, and there's silt everywhere, and it's on fire, and there's a lot of smoke.
the longer this encounter goes on, the more negative loot this is going to be. So.
I got a fucking chest. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
just disengage
I've
and,
voted.
and run.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm a lot.
I'm not losing.
What happens if I have no
magical-
clothes for it to grab?
It would just do the damage of touching you.
Okay, I don't care then.
And we all take damage from psychic damage from seeing that.
So far, everybody's been kind of lucky. Like, Taurus doesn't wear armor. You had the option of sacrificing a cloak that isn't that valuable instead of your armor. Morg, if it gets to him, he's got nothing on that it can damage. So you've been pretty lucky so far. If it went after Grimoire and it destroyed one of his sacred holy artifacts, he'd be really pissed.
Did the Banshee that was next to us already do something, or only the one that...
Yeah. Yeah, he used his action to do a thing called the Whale of Malediction. It takes his whole turn. So they're done.
It's Tat's turn then?
Yep.
Ringside.
What are you going to do, Taro?
Are you muted, Taro?
I don't think he is.
How many are left?
2. And then there were 2.
What's the one doing that didn't break the cloak?
That one is Screaming the Whale of Malediction. A once per day ability that everybody within 30 feet has to make the save against the madness, the curse of rage.
Curse of Rage.
Yep.
How far away is it?
Let's see.
Oh,
you.
yeah. I threw my Cyclopean work pick at you twice, and you dodged it twice.
Who?
That's
And I have a-
fortunate.
And I have
Taurus
a
was
plus-
attacking you because he was under the effect of the rage.
Yeah, I got that bit. Let's have that not happen anymore, thank you.
All right.
That was at Orin.
Oh, at me.
It's looking like you are 25 feet from the one attacking the carpet.
Well, I had a plus 12 to hit.
How far is the one doing the psychic scream?
25 feet.
Why am I not affected by the psychic scream?
Did you made the save?
I don't
It happened above you. You were just outside the reach.
Oh, that's nice. Psychic crush it then. No creature you can say. Let's make give me an intelligence save.
All right. I think you're probably going to crush it. How much damage does this do? He fails his save.
12d6.
12d6. All right. You psychically crush him. We don't even have to roll it. You can just describe what you do.
What emotions are these things made up of?
Hatred, revenge, rage, regret.
Then I fill its psyche with the discordant emotions of happiness and inner peace.
All right. You send it off to the afterlife with happy thoughts.
It's gone.
Yeah.
that don't
Happy
exist.
ending.
Nice.
Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming.
There's still one more.
Mm-hmm.
Do you move ringside?
Oh right. The guy that's still next. Wait, is that guy dead? The guy who's next to me?
Your air elemental can also go after the other one if you'd like.
Mm-hmm.
The
It's
one that
so
is attacking
good.
Horn is still alive, yes.
Okay, air elemental, please chuck this thing somewhere else.
All right. Your air elemental goes into action. Roll me some damage or some attacks.
Oh,
Both.
it's not attacking it. It's chucking it.
Fuck.
Oh, are you doing the air blast thing that just like takes everything around it and flings it?
Whirlwind. Each creature in the elemental space must make a DC 13 strength saving throw. All right. You use the power of wind, and it is ineffective. It does nothing.
What?
Yeah. In the creature stat block, it says any wind-based magic does absolutely nothing to them. They completely ignore it.
Wow.
Oh no!
They are ethereal.
Why?
Yeah, it's rough.
They're silt earthy boys.
Well, I didn't expect this to happen.
Well, let's see.
Expects this fantasy
Sorry, I'm a
position.
bit flabbergasted.
I think you can still
Yeah,
do
I mean,
half. You can still do half the bludgeoning damage. So roll me the 3d8 plus 2.
Flabbergasted is a theme I'm feeling right now. As soon as I jumped in here, it's like, wow.
He's going to ignore the strength save, and he'll take only half of the wind damage. And he can't be knocked prone. He is a shadow.
Shadows are bad enough at any CR, but these guys are something else.
All right. The creature is almost destroyed by the wind, but it holds itself together like shreds of shadow, reconstituting back into almost the shape of a dwarf.
Oh wow.
Chris-
I only took like 70 damage.
Chris, what do you do?
That imagery.
Yeah, I'm gonna be doing a scorching ray.
All right, you unleash your scorching rays at the creature down there.
15 to hit.
Yep, armor class 11.
That'll be 11 damage.
Yeah.
21 to hit with 11 damage. 18 to hit with 12 damage. And critical failure. Hey.
It's okay. Your first shot kills it. The other two just pass harmlessly through where it used to be as it evaporates away. So, combat's over. You guys succeeded. You defeated the Banshees. However, a Dwarven Banshee will return to life within 1 hour. So you are on the clock right now. In 1 hour, they'll come back.
Magical carpet, take us closer to the ship.
Okay. Yeah, you can get in close to the ship. The ship is badly on fire now. It's mostly engulfed in flames, but it'll take another 10 minutes before the entire thing is engulfed in fire.
I will use
Well, then
my...
I'm gonna search.
I sent
in
the
there.
wind elemental to
Wait,
go
wait.
search the
No,
ship
no.
for the treasure and bring it back.
Okay.
I'm gonna use
Whoa,
my...
whoa, 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 hold on, guys, hold on. I'm in the fucking ship already.
Okay, I'm using my ability to reduce the size of the fire.
Trenbull says, "No, it has to burn. What are you doing?"
We can set it after we're done
I
searching it.
kinetically ask you guys if it's over, and I get down on two of my front legs, and I channel lightning from my front horn and blast off the rudder from the ship.
All right, you continue to use your spell to the full effect for the full minute, blasting it.
I'll cast
Huh.
detect magic and
This is
search for
pure
anything
chaos.
glowing.
Yeah, there's lightning strikes at the back of the ship. You guys are exploring a half-burned hull.
I'm going back in.
So, unfortunately, all there is to find here is 110 pounds worth of dwarf bones, which I don't know if you want to take them.
20.
You already got the chest that was hard to find, and you found the bones without looking.
Oh, anything else? Nothing else for the
Anything
20?
No.
Cool.
Another lightning strike hits the front of the boat this time.
Oh, whoa. Okay, I'm doing something too. I need to get into the boat, and you said there's nothing but bones in here.
So when you go down into the cargo hold, that's where all the dwarves gathered before they died, choking to death in the hold of the ship, trying to get the last gasp of air before it filled with silt. And so there's just a big pile of dwarf bones, 110 pounds of scattered bones from at least 17 different dwarves.
Leave the
Wow.
bones.
Yeah, I'm not interested in taking the bones after
I will
what just
take
happened.
the bones.
Leave the
What?
bones.
You know what? I
What?
want to make the bones powder, to be fair. And I will attack the bones.
All right.
Because I have the crusher.
No, I do not want you to attack the bones. I'll tell you to stop that.
Well, it's kind of too late. He already said it. So he starts attacking the bones, and this causes the
But I said my thing first.
the angered undead will start rising up around his legs. So you take another roll 2 more con saves against the necrotic effect, Joe.
I am catching the boat
Hold on,
on
I'm
fire.
gonna try my attack first.
I'm resetting the boat on fire, Ninja.
Okay. Yeah, it says in my
You're-
notes if you
you're giving
desecrate the
the bones
bones, that it'll cause the ones you're desecrating to attack you, even if they weren't before.
30. Okay.
I will tell Taurus to please stop.
All right, stop at just the two you've already pissed off.
Is there new zombies spawning, or
Right,
is it just
right.
like an effect?
Yeah, when you begin attacking the bones,
Yeah.
that's when they've turned into banshees and attack.
Oh,
So
let's
there's new
fucking
banshees.
Kill them.
Yeah,
There's
it's-
new banshees, guys.
Yeah,
Kill them.
one for each leg is now
Okay,
clawing at him.
that's it. You're getting telekinetics right now. Stop it.
Wait. So instead of attacking the banshees, you're gonna telekinetically hold down Taurus while he's getting clawed apart by some
I don't-
banshees. I don't
I
make
don't
the rules.
expect it to work. I'm just trying to make them go away.
Jeez.
The first one's a 29.
Oh my
Ninja.
god. This is pure chaos.
29
Ninja.
save.
Yeah, roll me up some damage on those hits that you do.
I need to know if there's enough holes in the boat so that I can see Taurus from while he's inside the hull or not.
Yeah, most of the top surface of the ship is gone now.
Okay. I will cast a lightning bolt where this mast is if he's not over there.
I will go ahead and rage,
Uh,
by the
I'll
way.
do quick
Okay.
rage.
So you don't get grabbed. That's good.
Yeah. But my first attack was a 30.
Uh-huh.
My first save was a 20. My second save was a 10. Well, my first save was a 29. My second save was a 10. Nat 20, nat 1.
I'm just gonna keep the same initiative that we had going.
Yeah.
And sorry, my first attack is gonna be I'm gonna re-roll that. I'm sure a 30 is exceptional, right?
Yeah, yeah. Armor class 11. I think 21 would do exceptional.
Yeah, that's better. Extra 5 damage on that. 39 damage for the first attack. And the second one, he said they spawned 2 of them on me. That's
And that does thunder damage, right?
no, that was bludgeoning damage and radiant damage.
Okay.
The second attack was a 24. And that is going to be... Oh, and there was actually... Yeah, I'm sorry, there was... Well, thunder damage too. This third attack, will be thunder damage as well. A different set of bones. Let me see if that's exceptional. That would be, so 4 over...
I forget. What gives you a third attack?
No, I did 2 attacks.
Alright.
So, actually, do I have to take the lower one if I re-roll the exceptional?
If you re-roll it, you have to keep the new roll, yeah.
Okay. So, 27 and 39 damage.
Alright. So you're smashing the banshees, and you smash the bones. Can I get those 2 con saves? DC 17.
29 and 10.
29 and 10. Alright, so you take 15 necrotic damage that turn.
Okay.
Alright. And you smash them apart. Alright, so we're out of combat again.
Huh.
The
Well, that was
boat
quick.
starts burning again, by the way.
Okay, a bunch of the deck and the mast collapses in on the ship. Roll a DC 20 deck save to avoid collapsing debris, Taurus.
Okay.
Get out of there! I'll yell to Orin to come on the flying carpet and join us.
Okay. I will not be able to teleport up the
21. 21 to dodge.
Okay,
The flying boots, though?
you avoid the
I'll
burning
let you-
mast as it
Do have
collapses.
those.
The burning mass would have done 11 fire damage if it landed on you, but it did not.
Okay. I'll try to get to a safe place. If I can, like, come out of the inside,
Sure.
like out of the stove, and I'll communicate with people and say these bones have to go. We have to destroy these bones so they'll stop respawning.
The fire will take
They
care of
keep
it.
spawning. You're
Another lightning bolt comes out and hits the interior of the boat.
Get
All
out
right.
of there.
Can I make an Arcana check to tell me whether or not his fire will destroy these bones?
Sure. Go ahead, roll it.
Or... Okay. 22.
You suspect that the power of the Lord of Flame is enough to burn even an undead that is resistant to flame.
Okay, I'm out. I'll leave. I'm like, sounds good. And I cover myself with the chest, and I jump out. Well, shit. Before I jump out, I swap back to the Silt Strider weapon. I put my other one back on my back, and I hold on to the Silt Strider with one hand and the chest with the other hand, covering myself up with the chest, and I jump out back into the silt.
All right. You'll find that the little chest that you have is locked. It's got a lock on it, and you never did find a key.
Is it magical?
Well, the chest does seem to be reinforced. It's survived all of the years, like 10 years that it's been here.
I never show you. I never tell you guys about the chest. I don't know if you guys see the chest, but it's covering up. It's just covering me up.
I do have detect magic triggered, by the way, but it doesn't matter. I'm gonna.
Now that there's a bonus, I'm gonna give Taurus a what the hell look.
About the bones? Desecrating the dead. How rude.
Let's get out of here.
I was trying to
This
put
place
them
is
to
haunted.
rest.
This place is haunted.
I think the fires.
That's
the fires
not how you do that.
So Trenbull, he's watching the burning ship, and he's got tears in his eyes, and he's recounting tales of the Hesper and the Pyrus, and how his father and his uncle had built up this dream of building a trade network out here to the Avigdar Island and trading with the giants, and how they had built 3 custom ships just for the task, and they were going to be sort of like key players in the MK trade empire on the eastern shores of the Road of Fire, untapped resources and new trade partners, and it's just so sad to see that this is the culmination of his family's life work burning away in the ruins of the Silt Sea here.
I'd like to tell the magic carpet, or ask the magic carpet to come down low enough that I can, open
Jump
this
on.
chest.
I heal you for 13, Lauren.
Thank you.
Thank you.
During Trenbull's reminiscence of his story, another 3 more lightning bolts come down onto the ship.
Okay. Yeah, the ship will be destroyed in flame and lightning.
Let's move away from here.
Will the what you call it come down here? The flying carpet come down here? I can just put this chest on it real quick.
Also, isn't Trenbull still raging? Is he gonna kill us all
looking
on
at
the carpet?
No, when all of the banshees were destroyed, he's no longer under the influence of it.
Okay.
I'm going
You are
to
being scowled
look at this
at.
lock, and I'm going to try to just break the lock with my fingers.
All right.
Is the chest magical?
It's a DC 25 strength check to force it open.
I like it. I like my odds.
If you're still raging, you have advantage.
Yeah, I'm still raging. Let's see.
That's the secret, Captain's always raging.
26.
Holy cow!
Yeah.
I won.
Okay. You break the chest open, The chest contains a large number of clay tablets. Each tablet has a mark. Does anybody read Dwarven?
I don't think anybody reads.
Well, does anybody speak Dwarven? Anybody in this group?
I don't think so.
Tremble might.
Yeah.
Trumbull
What
is
about the mole?
super fluent.
So Trendbull will chime in that he thinks that these markings are a sort of like a ledger of the ship's crew. This is like the crew manifest of the Hesper.
Why would they keep something like that in a
Is there-
chest?
Is there any if you're looking at it, because it's on, I'm like literally, I have it open on top of the flying carpet. Do you see anything magical in here,
Is
Chris?
it gluey in there?
No, these are mundane clay tablets, but they do each bear the mark of a dwarven family to identify the dead.
Oh, we might want to return these to the
Right.
family. They might appreciate to know what happened to their kin.
I saw a
Could've
chest and I
returned the
thought it would be
bones.
shiny.
No, the bones are haunted.
We could have returned the bones if someone didn't destroy them.
I was
Taking the
trying to keep
bones
them
would-
from coming back to life. They
Taking the
kept
bones
coming
would
back to
us
life.
yeah.
I'm with Taurus on this.
Yeah.
The bones would have.
Better safe than sorry.
Trendbull says a funeral pyre is what they deserved. The cleansing power of flame will put them to rest.
And they went down with their ship.
I don't think we
After
have
being
room for
powdered out.
17 corpses of stuff, bones.
It was 110
I'll,
pounds worth of bones.
I'll leave the chest with the clay tablets on the flying carpet and say who want to you, or ask for more to put that in the bag of holding.
Yeah, I can protect
Does
them.
anyone have the mold earth ability?
No.
Mold earth? I have.
So there was no loot in there?
Just banshees.
I'll
Hey,
while
maybe-
we're
maybe-
down here at the flying carpet, I'll open my bag up, my backpack, and I'll look through it and I'll find a set of clothes in there, and I'm gonna put on my cotton courtier's outfit.
All right. You're dressed to impress now. Your shiny clothing, your Sunday best.
It's like
Yeah. Make
Damn
sure
it.
make sure you replace your bandana or whatever protected you from the silt.
Maybe they'll.
my desert clothes are gone. So,
Maybe even though we didn't get any treasure directly from the ship, maybe the families, once we give them their tablets, maybe they'll give us some treasure as a thing.
Yeah.
actually,
it's the right thing to do, anyways.
yeah, I'll
Yeah, it's the right thing for them to give us treasure.
Not all treasure is gold and ceramic.
if there's anything left of my clothes, though, I'd like to, like from the other ones, I'd want to make a, what do you call it? Like a face covering or something.
Just to wrap around your face, a rag? Sure. Yeah, there'd be enough left for that. And as long as you keep it wet, it'll keep out the sand.
Cool.
That's what
Yeah,
that's a trick that you learned from the dwarves on the Balamarash. They would routinely put a bandana around their face and wet it down throughout the day, and that was enough to keep them from getting the coughing disease that kills people that breathe too much of the silt.
Nice.
we should get ourselves into the EPA filter business around here. It would work pretty
Oh,
well.
jeez. Nice.
Hey, off topic for a second, Ninja. That sword that Nebu found yesterday when we were playing.
Mm-hmm.
It turns out it was a Mastercraft short sword.
Okay. I do not care. Masterwork short sword, oh boy. That's anticlimactic.
I'm moving the characters off the table.
Level 2, man.
thank you.
Level 2.
So you go to Avigdar. Trenbol's going to say, I believe that we need to be very careful about how we proceed from here. We know that the giants here were hostile. They sank the Hesper and the Pyrus. And if they're holding my father, he's probably being kept in one of their caves. I do not think that we can hope to overwhelm the giants with force without endangering my father. I suggest we avoid any open confrontations and proceed using stealth. I would rather sneak into a cave at night and cut some throats than invite the beasts to dinner.
Why did
How
you
far
say
are we
it like
from
that?
the cave?
Well, I can.
How much time passes?
I can
I
agree to that
perk up my
wholeheartedly.
eyes and be like, I look at Orin, I'm like, stealth brothers. And
Can
I
you
do
guys
it.
hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah.
I do a thing at Orin, I'm like, stealth brothers, my fist up, like, yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Well, I'm gonna send the air elemental now.
Shake my head.
You're gonna send their elemental to what?
To go
Do you
look.
know anything about the layout of this place?
You want him to scout?
Yes.
All right. Your air elemental scouts ahead.
All of our characters are off the table if you want to switch,
All right.
including the giants.
When your air elemental returns, let's see. Do you speak its language? Are you able to talk to it? Well, I guess like you could use psionics to communicate, right?
Oh yeah, mine. Well, hang on, let me double check how that works. I didn't know it was complicated.
Because I think the elemental. Let's see here. What does he speak? Orin. He speaks Orin normally.
I have to be able to understand him, otherwise his ability is useless.
Well, any kind of magical summoning, you can usually just issue orders, but it doesn't necessarily give you the power to speak to it. So he might not be able to convey any useful information to you. But if you're using telepathy, I'll allow it.
Hang on. Languages, you speak. Where is it? I have listed primordial, which is just all of them.
Yeah, that's, I mean, here it says Orin, but primordial is just supposed to be the generic elemental language, so that's fine, yeah. Okay, so, what he tells you...
Hooray.
What he tells you is that he saw that there were 8 giants.
Is that it?
And they're gathered a little ways inland.
You said a little ways
Did you see
inland?
any?
Yeah, near where their cave is. They're gathered in front of their cave like they're doing like a bonfire. Like if you've played Skyrim, you know how the giants have their campsites where they're out enjoying a big cookout. That's exactly what's going on.
Okay.
What kind of giants?
So,
I'd like to start practicing my stealth.
Well, I don't think the elemental could really differentiate between giants. It just refers to them as the giants.
Did it have a fancy head?
Referring to the beast head giants, it says no. These are regular giants.
Don't we need more of those
Okay.
toenails?
Anyway.
It's the whole
did it
toe,
see any
isn't it?
prisoners?
He did not see any prisoners. No, he only saw the giants.
Go back and look around in that cave. Just like disguise yourself as the wind.
Hmm.
huh. That's helpful.
Morg, you
do
could
we have
become an
time
elemental
to start,
too.
casing out the joint, or are we going to be settling in for a camp outside of their area?
Yeah, it's basically what's going on right now.
Okay.
Scouting the
so
campsite, deciding how to deal with the giants. Trenbull recommended sneaking in, and the elemental is scouting.
I'm very much with that. I do want to start situating myself inside there, but I also know that we've been traveling for quite some time now. Are we sleeping down? Are we going to be... my issue is I don't want to come down with fatigue in the near term. Is that something that is a concern, or should I start, casing the joint right now?
So it's nighttime, and Trenbull is going to say nighttime is the right time to infiltrate this camp. We should not waste any time. We should do it now before the sun rises. We only have maybe 5 or 6 hours until that time, so I want to press on ahead. I'm not that tired. I was just riding a carpet. I rested the whole way. I'll be fine. Who is tired here? I mean, Taurus might be the only one who actually is tired after a long march like that, but yeah, I doubt it.
No,
Okay.
I'm ready to go. I'm ready to do this.
I'm just
Alright, well,
sleeping.
then-
By the
In
way,
that case,
you're all getting
I-
a big telepathic speech about working in unison.
Anybody who is on the carpet can rest while traveling, so that's fine.
Can I set a tent while on the flying carpet?
Yeah, that would be funny. Go right ahead.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll
Just-
sleep in there.
Just a little flying tent that flies across the landscape.
You guys keep an eye open while I sleep.
Yeah, somebody has to steer it. Otherwise, you just wind up on the other side of the planet in the middle of nowhere with no idea where you are or why you got there.
Can they see me?
I'm not looking.
They being the giants.
Hang on. So, just for reference, nobody is there. You were only talking about going to the cave, and the elemental is scouting ahead. So everybody,
I've already went stealth.
so everybody is still at the beach for the record until you actually go.
I'm practicing my height
All right.
at the beach.
Tremble says, "Let's go sneak in and get my father from the cave."
I had a 26. Did either Tribble even notice I was there?
Yeah, he doesn't see you.
I'll reroll. This.
I'm gonna cast one. Where are we? Like near the cave, or how far away is the cave?
Yeah, you arrived at the island of Avigdar, and you traveled a little ways inland to where the giant's cave is. You haven't gone fully there, but you know you're close because you can see their campfire in the distance.
Now, Avigdar is the one that's also volcanically still active.
Yeah, the Road of Fire is all volcanic islands. Avigdar has a very large lake of lava in the center of it that gives it kind of an orangey glow.
So
I will
it is
cast
warm.
without a trace on
It
us.
is warm in the area, huh?
Yes, even at night when it would normally be cold in the desert, it's quite hot here.
That's good. Hey, I can walk on lava.
I am very, very sneaky, sir.
Okay.
You can add a +10 Taurus to your stealth.
I am excited about that option. But what I want to do is get a layout of the land and start working my way up there and like doing a little solo op.
Okay, so we're doing this all sort of theater of the mind. So you approach the cave. There's a mountainside with a large cave entrance in it. There's a large campfire, a big bonfire. Several giants are situated in the campsite, and they each have a bit of a routine. One of them is tending to the fire. One of them is carving some kind of large meat that he's got hanging from a huge stone. Another one seems to be grinding some sort of wheat into flour against a large rock with another large rock, like a rolling pin kind of rock. So they're all kind of doing their own thing. They each seem to be occupied, and the sun is set. They're preparing some kind of meal, and they're not really paying too much attention. One of them's even like singing in giant, and he's got a performance of 15, singing his giant song, which even masks your approach a little bit because he's making a bunch of loud booming noise.
Well, I'm going to be infiltrating throughout the camp, trying to find, first of all,
The campsite has a number of large rocks that you can use as cover, so you can move from rock to avoid notice pretty easily.
okay, Tremble's father, first of all, and as a secondary or almost tertiary thing, any other bits and baubles that might be useful, but a position of kind of tactical superiority, I guess, is where I tell the party to come in at when we did decide to advance and not start a fight, but to
Sure.
have
You'll
a
notice
high
there's a bit of a front and a back to the area that they're in. If you were to circle around the back, there's a lot of large rocks that would make you less noticeable.
Okay. Looking through the back, looking through everywhere, sneaking about. I want to see if I can find Trimbles.
All right. You sneak into the cave. When you enter the cave, there's another giant here. Roll a new stealth save, because this giant was actually on a bit of guard duty and was keeping an eye at the entrance, and is a little harder to get past than some of the others were.
I haven't rolled I haven't showed my stealth yet. Do I need to show it?
No, you haven't drawn the attention of anybody. You haven't entered any new areas. Going into the cave does run a couple risks, but not for Oren, who sneaks past without being noticed. So you've entered the cave. You're going to see that the cave, like the last giant's cave that you went into, is large and has several possible directions you can go. Left, right, or forward.
I wanted to go with Oren.
I'm trying to give him the slip as much as I possibly can.
Oren disappears.
I will blow a dice on this if I need to.
He bailed on you. You can't see him.
I wanna try to keep up with him.
You're gonna have to roll a perception to find him. Otherwise, he won't be able to see which direction he went.
All right, hold on. I want to do this.
Oh Jesus! Freaking.
I was trying to keep up with him. 21.
No, you don't.
So you.
6 is the number there.
So what happens is, like, you are following him initially, and then, like, you just look away for a moment, and when you look back, he's like Batman. He's not there.
Fuck. So now we're we're both separated from the
Oh
party.
Jesus! No.
Nice. I'm sneaking around too.
Oh jeez.
Fucking love
So
it.
where am I?
You left me. Thanks, man.
Okay. Well, currently, I imagine you're probably.
We are connected by the mind, right?
We are still connected by my mind thing, yes.
And I'm like, yo, fuck did you go?
So, Taro.
I can't hear you. There's something to be some static.
I was right behind you.
All right, everybody, hang on.
Static interference is getting worse.
Taro, what would you like to be doing during all this?
Well, I wanted to be like. Well, I don't really need to stealth with everyone else. I got agents for that.
Although it's a little bit disconnected, you can only give orders and hear information from the elemental when it is back. So currently it went there and came back, and it's now with you, not in the cave. So
He was referring to our Senate conference call.
right. Yeah, that's fine.
Also, I want to arcane eye with the elemental. Just don't move too fast, and I'm gonna spy along with it. I just need it to be my arms.
All right.
Meanwhile, while that's going on,
Are you sending your arcane eye into the cave?
I'm gonna ask. Yes.
All right. Choose a direction: left, right, or forward.
Wait, does arcane eye hear things?
It's an eye. I don't think it has sound.
See visual information.
Yeah.
Okay, send it. Alright. Two things. One, does Trendble's dad know if Trendble had any fancy items on it?
Do you mean like the reverse of that? Does Trendbull know if his dad had any fancy items on him?
You know what? Better idea. Let me cut some things out here. Use the basic aberrant sorcerer mind mission thing so that I can just directly talk to him for a couple miles.
Okay. To Trendbull?
And then, no, to the air elemental.
Okay.
Then, so yeah, everything happens again, and then back to the cave. Send him left, and then he tells what's in the cave.
All right. So he goes left in the cave, and he finds a living area with caves, like not full caves, but sort of like carved into the wall of the cave. There are different sort of like beds for each of the giants to rest in, little nooks in the wall. But aside from the giants' living quarters, some large animal furs for them to sleep on, and the occasional giant toys that have no value. Nothing here seems that interesting, and it's an empty room.
Okay, Arcane Eye, go right.
All right, so your arcane eye will return back the other way. But in the meantime, Oren and Taurus have both snuck into the cave. You can see that you can go left, right, or forward. What do you do?
I went left.
You also went left. You find the living chamber.
Is it the living chain, you said?
Chamber. Room that the giants sleep in.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense. Okay. That is not going to be super important to me. I will
I'm going
leave
right.
it first without looking for treasure too much. I'm going to go to the next one to the left, which will be the middle.
Okay. So straight ahead,
Taurus went right.
and Taurus went right. All right, Taurus, you go right, and you enter into a room that is increasingly hot the further in you go, and steamy almost. And the deeper into it you get, the more thick the air becomes with moisture and heat. You get into what appears to be like a sauna room that's got pools of very hot water in them.
I say it out. Well, I don't say it out loud. I say it in the head in the what you call it, the psionic talk, whatever. Or can that? I say, Grimorn, you're gonna love this room. It's so hot and steamy, and like you would love it. It's like
Man, you're
sauna.
choosing those words very carefully.
I know, right?
Yeah. And I'm like, stop talking in my head. I'm trying to sleep over here in the tent.
Just taking a nap. Okay, so you basically found their sauna and water supply in that room.
Is there anybody in there?
There are no giants inside now.
In that case, if I have a second, I will. Oh no, I don't want to be loud. I don't want to be loud. I want to fill up my. I want to fill up my my barrel. But do I have enough time to do that? How long would it take me to just fill up the barrel?
It'll take you a minute. You can do it.
Okay, I'll fill up my barrel.
Oren, you went straight ahead down the main hallway, which is pretty wide, and it ends up coming to a very large door. The door is open, and you're able to get inside if you would like, or you could hide like just outside the room at the entrance and just peek in. What's your call there?
First peek in, and then I'll see what I want to do here.
Okay.
Follow the right wall when I'm done with the water.
You look inside. There is a giant in the room. It's a giant's throne room. There seems to be another tunnel that leads away from it that is off to the left in the back, behind the large throne. Sitting on the throne is an older-looking giant that's dressed more splendidly than some of the others that you saw. He seems to be kind of dazed, dozing off, a little bit sleepy maybe. And he's not paying too much attention. He's just sort of like half awake there.
I want to remind that trap sense does detect magical traps, right?
Okay.
So I want to make sure that there's no traps around this door, no glyphs or anything of any sort.
No, you don't see anything like that. It looks all clear here.
So I'm going to go ahead and go inside, and I'm going to hug the walls and the corners like a mouse, and scurry. It's Taurus now, or
All right, you make your way across the large throne room, skulking around the outer perimeter in the shadows where he's not going to notice. I guess you're working your way around towards that last hallway in the back.
correct.
All right. What is anybody else doing?
I want to, as soon as I'm done with the water, I'll put it back in my ear and I will follow the right wall and try to continue on. I guess I'm going towards the throne room too.
All right.
And just continue along the path on the right wall, or you said when we get into the throne room, I'm just trying to figure out how I would sneak through there. I don't want to take chances at this point of getting caught. I have 1 bite left from my fruit of invisibility.
All right.
I'm gonna go ahead and use that.
You make yourself invisible, which allows you to hide in plain sight, and you sneak into the room.
Where
And I will-
is
At that
everyone?
point, I'll just keep sneaking slowly, but I will just try to see if I can make my way across the room.
Okay, so Taurus and Orin are both going to wind up in the private chamber of the King of the Avigdar Giants. It's a bed chamber, sort of like the common room for the giants, but it's got the personal belongings of the Giant King. So there's a very large cabinet, a very large desk, a very large chair, a very large bed. There are surely treasures here, but it would require an investigate.
I was thinking
I'm
of
in.
that, but I didn't want to look into that until I found the source of our mission.
10 for my first one. I'll keep looking. After when you tell me when I can do my next one.
I'm gonna go and follow you guys into the cave.
I
And
know there's treasure in here.
see where's the good stuff, Taurus? Where's the loot?
Wait,
Oh,
wait, hold on.
I tell them I'm in the bed chambers. I tell them in the head that I'm in the bed chambers. But I haven't found loot yet. It's around here somewhere.
But saying that in the heads is what motivates Morg to come on down.
Yeah.
And if you're in the bed chambers too, just so we're clear, I say I'm in the bed chambers and
Yeah.
you don't see me. Just so we're
No, I don't. But I'm guessing.
You're doing a very good job stealthing, Taurus.
But I'm guessing that cabinet drawers or whatever are starting to quietly open and
I have
close.
a 20. I have a 27 stealth.
That's very good. Oh, I didn't add the plus 10 from Pass Without Trace too.
Pass without trace, 37.
Okay. Very good. So, Morg is starting to make his way in. I'm trying to go down the tunnel behind the bed chamber. I will speak into your mind, Taurus. Remember to be quiet here. Remember, our mission was to find Turnbull's father.
Look at the Drax meme real quick. That's what I say to you.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The meme in the Discord. That's
Yes. Yes.
Oh, I wasn't okay. Hold on.
I'm on my 3rd beer. Let's go.
No. You'd think a warrior would still understand that that's not how that works.
No, but
Especially
that's
when
not-
you have the intellect head Ben.
No. I'm with Joe on this. You know, he believes he's stealthy. This is how it works.
Oh, I am stealthy.
He actually is pretty
Anyhow,
remarkably good job for a half giant. But anyway, go ahead.
how's
Dude,
my...
I haven't
how's
told you
my
the
eye
secret. I didn't
going?
tell you that I'm invisible, by the way.
No, you didn't know. You didn't say that. I just, I'm noticing these cabinets open and closed out, seeing the source of it, and I'm fairly impressed, but not gonna say that through my head. What are you doing, Ring Sight?
How's the eye going?
Ninja.
The wind elemental?
Let's ninja for a minute.
I put the items you find on this note card here.
Oh, okay.
Can you see it over here?
It's over in the corner.
You guys said you took everything off the table, right? I can clear this.
Yep.
Well, that's what you find there, Taurus, not anybody else.
I gotta reroll myself.
Oh, did the no card get grabbed?
You know, it looks like it did.
All right, here, I'll put it on this one.
Well, Taurus, take it on your table side. No card.
Okay, so you'll find that the Giant King's throne room is full of very large art objects. Each of them is probably worth some money, but they weigh 100 pounds each. He's got a trophy table that's got 2 items on it, a large bead and a metal giant's trinket. And he's got, in his desk, there's a bunch of silver and gold.
Giant-sized gold?
Hold on, I got a new beer.
Now, these coins probably come from one of the kingdoms. They're human coins.
Yeah. Still good though.
The metal trinket is sized for a giant. I imagine the large bead is like Akuma from Street Fighter wears those prayer beads around his neck. It's a large bead like one of those.
So anal beads.
Yeah, kind of.
Giant-sized anal beads.
My second investigation. So if I don't find anything in the first, like something on the first one, I'll take my time.
So, in Celasta, they don't ever let you reroll those. Like, not ever. Not ever. So,
Okay.
if you fail that first roll, you are out of luck.
That's the last of them.
Yeah, I kind of like that rule. Infinitely re-rolling it just until you get a 20 just seems dumb.
So as you said, is in 6 seconds I decide everything, and then if I stay in the room for like days, I never get another opportunity to find something.
Nah.
That's just weird.
Video game logic.
So how are my exploration?
Okay, so your arcane eye. Where did it leave off? Do you wanna also go in the throne room into the private chamber?
It went into what was called the right path.
Yeah, that's the sauna. I already described that room.
Okay, then both eyes, elemental and eyeball go into the middle room.
Okay, you go into the throne room. The sleepy giant king is resting there.
I'm just gonna grab
Do I see
the
anyone else
gold.
in this room?
Nah, you never saw Trenbull's father in any of these rooms. Nobody did.
I'm gonna look inside the
Can I go in with them?
king's chamber.
I'm kind of the only one left outside.
Well, if you want to sneak in, it does require stealth. You gotta get past the giants outside, and then you might have to stealth past the king as well.
Fuck it.
I'll grab all the loot.
Okay.
I'm sorry, all the loot, but all the.
Oh, my investigation's garbage.
Does the large bead look valuable?
Yeah. It's in Giant King's trophy cabinet. It's probably valuable.
What's the metal giant's trinket? Like, how big are these things? So the one thing's for 100 pounds each.
A trinket normally weighs half a pound. A giant-sized trinket, I suppose, would weigh 2 pounds.
Okay. Alright, so I'll take both of those two.
You leave the art objects behind. No reason to take those.
Well, how big are they?
Pretty big. They're
They're big. I don't.
bulky stone statues.
Not worth putting in your ear.
All right, so you snuck in. You never found Trenbull's father. So at this point, what do you want to do? How do you continue the quest? What are your options here?
Even me, I went to the end of the treasure, the corridor, and still never found.
Yeah, you guys found what there was to find. Here, I'll let you guys think about it for a minute. I'm gonna go grab a drink, and I'll be back in like 2 minutes.
Well,
Hey,
that's kind
Skywell.
of. I thought I
Skywell.
went to the end of the thing. Go ahead.
Skywell, make an investigation.
I will, but okay. In my understanding of this, there was a tunnel that led off the back of the bedchamber, and that's where I was headed to. I thought.
Yeah, you were in the bedchamber with me.
Yes, but that there was a tunnel off somewhere else. So
He said I can only roll one time for my investigation.
I heard. I will investigate after we find the dad.
All right, I'm back.
But
If you
did
guys
I
don't
miss?
find the father, we can try to maybe approach them when you guys come out. We can try to approach the giants and ask.
Yeah.
I'll tell
Okay.
Lauren I can't find anything in here.
That's great. But
And I'll
I
go to the
still
next
am.
room.
Here, let me turn my mic close to my mouth. I thought that there was a tunnel at the back of the bedchamber that I said I was going to. Is there?
No, that was in the back of the throne room is the tunnel that goes into the king's bedchamber where all those items were found. And that was the only other path.
Oh, well then, so there is no other path to go to try to find
No.
Trenbull.
Now, this place is not that... I mean, it's huge, but there aren't that many places to go. There's the common chamber, the throne room, the water supply area, and the private king's room, and that is all of the locations that you can find within this dungeon.
Well then,
Guys, I think we're gonna have to interrogate one of the giants.
not yet. Not
What
yet.
the-
All we've done is explore this particular camp. There could be someplace else on the island that we have not seen yet, that where he might be hiding. But he also might be hiding and be hidden in a cage in one of these cupboards, and so.
Or there might be
and
a
so-
secret room I can't find.
I want to search for that kind of a thing. So what that means is it's going to be time for the investigate roll. So here I go doing that. But other than that, so 24. And you know what? If I am not finding the dad, I would like to go ahead and use dice on that.
Hey, Ninja.
So I'm guessing that's going to be a no. I'm going to go ahead and blow the dice anyway. So that is a 24 plus 2. So 26 is my final investigate roll. Oh, I see the drawing. That's very nice.
What's up, Chris? You
While
wanted
they're
something?
doing this stuff in the cave, okay, so what I'd like to do real quick, if there's anything, I'll fly around in that area on the magic carpet and look through the lava and all those areas if there's anything of interest. But they can keep on going. I'm just letting you know what I'm doing there.
When you fly up high, you notice that just beneath the rim of the volcano's crater, there is a stone lodge in the distance. So, aside from the cave, there is a building on this island out by the volcano that you can spot only from way up high in the air.
Can I fly to it?
It would take you too long. You probably don't want to separate from the party that much. It's a considerable distance, miles away.
That's the thing that could let us know through.
I'll let you guys know when you guys come out.
Well,
If I don't find anything inside the throne room, if there's no other path to go, I'll come back out to the... I'm sorry, if in the bedchamber, I'll come back out to the throne room, and I'll begin trying to search around the throne.
All right. Aside from pickpocketing the king himself, you'll find nothing of value behind the throne there.
I asked them, like, I didn't find anything in the bread chamber. I don't see any other thing. Should I try to pickpocket the king?
Suddenly,
No,
the
no.
king coughs loudly, and then looks around, and he has a 9. Does a 9 beat your stealth?
27 stealth.
Okay. He didn't notice you that time, and he dozes back off.
I'm invisible also.
Yeah, he didn't hear you.
Okay. Did my 26 investigate find anything?
In the bedroom?
Yes.
A 26 investigate in the bedroom.
No secret doors. No.
Okay.
treasure, no-
The desk. The desk has been opened, and the coins that were in it have been looted. But the king actually had a secret compartment in the desk. The shape and size of the drawers doesn't really line up with the true size of the desk, and you feel like there's probably something to be found there if you could like use thieves' tools to crack it open correctly.
Well, then that's something I'm going to try to do. However, is the thieves' tools going to work on the size of the lock, or do I need to use other means?
There's like a hidden bottom in the drawer. Like you can open the drawer and take the stuff out, but then there's a way to open the inner hidden drawer that goes even deeper than that. And
So
you
I'm going to assume the answer to that question is yes.
Yeah, it'll any tools will work, but you do need tools to do the job.
And just to make sure, I do get advantage on this thing. Double checking. I'm gonna roll before I even worry about whether I have advantage or not.
As a rogue, you might have taken double proficiency in thieves' tools. A lot of them do. Do you remember what your proficiency thing as a rogue was?
It's a plus 12 with that, but I think I also have special thieves tools. There it is. Advantage. Yep.
All right.
There it is. So I do, because it's the Shadow Master's lockpicks. So I'm going to roll that again, because 2 is not great. And so 26 is my lockpick.
Okay. You gain access to the hidden compartment at the bottom of the drawer.
So I climb in the drawer, gain access, and I find, slipping in like a mouse. I kill a lot of mice in school. I have mouse traps.
Okay. It contains a deep, opaque stone polished to a smooth shine.
Can I lift it?
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Roll.
Oreo.
I'm gonna roll a d6 here. The stone is green.
Okay.
Well, that's relevant apparently.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure, but can I lift the stone, or is it bigger than me?
Yeah, you can easily pick it up.
Okay. Then I will go ahead and take that, and we can talk about what that's worth later, but that does not really help me with my quest to find Trundle's father. So the next thing is to start investigating around the king. Is there a lock key to be found on him? I start going through his pockets like Cinderella's, like the animals in Cinderella, and
Oh, you're gonna pickpocket the king himself?
I'm looking around, and I know that was the next thing to do, so I'd like to go ahead and do that.
Okay.
Oh.
Make that roll. I'm gonna roll a perception here. Let's see. His perception is a 10. Can you beat a 10? DC 10.
Within that one, I would do 10. But here I go.
You told me to wait for you, right? You told me to wait for you to do it.
Yes, I did. As you were saying that, so there's a 14, but I actually get a 20, because of reliable talent.
Okay. Here's a rogue. I'll wait for the rogue to do the thing.
Make your way out, noble Taurus. You've done exceedingly well. I
Making your
am
way.
impressed with your stealth abilities. I have not seen you.
Yeah. I moved. I'm so stealthy. It's like I'm not even there.
I say,
wanna
See you
watch-
at stealth class, Sergeant. Thank you.
I just want to watch. I just want to try to see if I can observe and catch you.
oh,
But
you,
I
you
probably can't.
you can try to catch me and see my my. Go ahead and roll.
Okay, you reach your hand into the giant king's pocket, and you retrieve something small and metal. It is an iron monocle, and when you hold it in your hand, it shrinks down to the human scale.
Very nice. Not what I was hoping for, but I will.
So, an unidentified but clearly magical monocle that you could hold up to your eye.
Very good.
Monocle.
So I found some different bits and baubles here, men, but no sign of Tremble's father. I don't know if he's still.
Would you
here.
hold it up to your eye?
I don't do that yet. What I am doing is, I guess Tremble would be part of our psionic link. So I say that last bit with reservation and trepidation.
Okay, Trenbull is going to be shocked because, as far as he knows, his father was kidnapped and was being held prisoner by these giants. These are the giants that killed all of those dwarves back on those ships, the Hesper and the Pyrus. And in the story, they were trying to make a trade negotiation, and as they thought they were concluding their business and happily setting sail, the giants attacked them out of the blue. That's how the story goes, and only one ship managed to get away. So his understanding is that these are aggressive giants that have kidnapped his father, and he knows that his father is alive because a mystic told him that he met his father in a dream, and his father was on this island. And they look very, very similar, and that's why in the dream, he actually thought that, when he met Trenbull, he thought Trenbull was Marcus. And then, ever since then, Trenbull has been looking for Marcus, trying to find him, because he thought he was dead, and now he knows he's somewhere on the island.
Maybe it's in that stone building I see not far, in the middle of the lava.
Okay,
Or there might be a secret room or something.
so that's new information.
That is new information. Perhaps we should head there instead and leave this cave in this place.
We should be careful because it is in the middle of the lava.
Was,
Who
was
was
the
ki-
mystic that showed
Who-
you the dream, and did he look like this? And I'll explain. I'll describe the guy that attacked us in our dreams.
Oh,
He says, no, the mystic, he was a very, very old mole.
A what?
Maul.
A very old mole.
Okay, never mind then.
Maybe it's one of those. I
don't
heard of
need
those
I'm gonna-
rare.
I want to investigate
Lava
the wall
clerics.
for like maybe a secret room or something like that.
Roll it.
This room.
Yeah.
I rolled 19.
A 19. You're in the throne room, right? You look around for a secret door. The giants were not that thoughtful. They didn't make any secret entrances anywhere here. Most of the cave looks natural, except for where they specifically worked on it to make some sort of furniture out of the natural cave.
So we might want to be careful when we approach that building because it could be one of those. They're rare, but they do exist. They are cleric of lava.
Did I find anything in the pool room at all?
No, you didn't see anything in the pool room.
But I haven't gone to this room yet, right?
Nah, you didn't go that way. You could go backtrack to the room you didn't see yet.
I'm gonna backtrack to the room that I didn't see, and I'm gonna investigate in there too.
Okay. You find the giant's living quarters. There's like an animal fur in each one of these alcoves that looks like a bed of some sort. And there's scattered around the room are a few toys for younger giants. Okay, so you find a giant's ball, you find a giant's bat, you find like a small-sized club for giant children. You find several throwing stones and a target. None of this looks particularly valuable. All of it is heavy and low value.
What about for any secret passages or anything in here?
All right. It does not appear to have any kind of secret passages. The room is fairly straightforward, and it doesn't seem like there's any nooks or crannies where a secret door could be hidden. Everything's natural walls, so if they had worked on the wall to build a secret door, it would be kind of obvious.
Okay.
In an otherwise natural cavern.
I'll tell the party in the mind that I'm headed out. I'm ready to leave.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm also headed out in case that wasn't clear before, but I expressed my interest. I'm interested to see if we could go to this other building, this other place to investigate. I think we've got everything we could want to take from here because there's nothing that suggests that Tremble's father is here in this cave.
Is there anything outside the cave?
I think that was a no.
So I kind of described it. Outside the cave, here I'm gonna draw like in this corner outside the cave. So if this is the cave entrance here, the way it works is there's a ring of very large stones, and the large ring of stones has a big bonfire with whole trees piled up into a big pyre, and there's a bunch of slabs of meat from some large creature that's being cooked on the sides here. So you have the giant cook here, and you have another giant that's over here working on some other food, and another giant that's over here working on some other food. So as I said earlier, you can sneak around behind the stones and into the cave, and you can do the same to get back out.
We should do this.
Yeah, like an X. Yeah, that's better. I mean, I could even use fawn loth, so you get sort of a representation of where the giants are at. But they're all occupied doing their cooking deal, and let's see, we got
So they have quarters, right? So you said there was quarters, and these guys probably just slept in these quarters inside the cave.
Yeah.
There was no camp outside the cave.
Yeah, there was a bedroom for the king, and there's a number of beds for the three giants and a giant child. But these are all cooking
So
at the moment.
Meet back with the party and let them know what we found.
All right. So I guess the objective now, Trenbull says, we have to find Marcus, we have to find my father.
I tell them
Let's travel to the volcano immediately.
and the thing, I found some trinkets, but that's about it. Nothing really valuable.
So, did you want to...
Giants aren't gonna
Sky will
kill
love
us,
you.
so we could just go to the volcano.
Did you want to stop and identify things, or do you want to just go directly to volcano?
I will show these items to Tremble and see if he recognizes any of these, like the monocle.
Oh, he's never seen these before. No, he has no idea.
I will ask our magic users, sages of magic and psionics. Do you make anything of these?
The
monocles?
the metal trinket. Taurus, you have that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So did you show that off?
I put it in my barrel.
Okay, so nobody knows about that one.
I said it. It's just trinkets.
Yeah.
Generic trinkets.
Yeah, Trunbull doesn't recognize anything here.
What if they ask about the trinkets? I can bring them out and show them once we're in a safe place.
Yeah, this is like after you've left the Giant's Cave and you're already headed towards the volcano. So you could have this discussion on the way there.
I can do the detect magic and see the glow on him.
When you cast Detect Magic, the trinket is glowing, the monocle is glowing, the stone is glowing, the bead is glowing.
Oh shit!
All good energy.
Yeah, nothing has got a curse on it that you can tell.
Oh shit!
Well, we are gonna need someone that can identify them. But I can tell you that these are magical. Is there any of them that are glowing like very strong, or is it just standard?
No, you can't really. They don't look blindingly powerful or anything.
You want to try these monocles on? See what they do.
Other than resizing to the user, the monocle doesn't have any apparent immediate use when you put it on.
Instead of putting the bead back in my barrel, I'll try to hold on to it and try to. If it's not cursed, I'll try to hold on to it and try to use it.
No, none of it is cursed.
And the trinket as well. I'm not going to attune to it, but I'll try to use it and see if I can.
So, do we have to go through the lava to get to that building?
No, you'll have to get close to the lava, though. It's at the volcano.
Alright, so let's just head over there. Try to get there.
Can I? If he tells me it's magic, can I make an Arcana check to try to see if there's a way to use it?
It wouldn't help. You really need identify here.
Well, I thought if you end up using something, like if you equip something, you get the magical effects of it.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes if you do the right thing, you can get it to activate. So far, that hasn't happened. Do you do anything with it? You tell me.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
I can't really give you any clues, then an Arcana test wouldn't give you any useful information.
Well, I mean, what I'm saying with like an Arcana check, I would know there's ways to get stuff to activate, right? So, could I try an Arcana check? I mean, I don't know what I would actually say. I mean, I can
Detect
look it up.
magic.
That's already been done.
I got a 6. I wouldn't figure anything out. Never mind. All right, let's go.
You're welcome to experiment with magic items. If you tell me that you do something with it, then maybe I'll tell you a magical effect happened of some kind. But it's trial and error for you to, without magical identify, you just have to guess and try things.
While we're traveling, I'll just keep trying little things. Like I'll try to.
Right.
No. I mean, no. You have to specifically tell me things. Otherwise, I'll not know.
No, I'm saying that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna.
Okay.
Like try to rub them. Like,
Yeah.
Rub them like
Well, that's
a
good.
lamp,
Just
or-
tell me each of the things you try, and I'll tell you if it does anything.
Okay, but that's for later. Right now, to keep this momentum going, do we all agree that we are evacuating the cave?
Yeah, we've already.
I agree.
Yeah.
We're heading towards the
all
building.
agree that we
Morg
are
hasn't
heading
left the
toward the
cave.
building.
Sneaking away.
Okay.
Morg
What?
is
I
still
left the
okay.
cave. What are you talking about?
Did he even go in?
I did. I was looking for stuff in the king's chamber, and I rolled a really bad investigation.
Oh, all right.
6.
Yeah. Not a memorable roll.
So at this time, we've all evacuated. We've all gotten back onto. Well, no, not all of us can get onto the big magic carpet, but Taurus can fly. So can I.
I can run. I can
You can
run.
run. Okay. Well, this will be interesting.
I can't fly.
You probably can't jump all the way onto that island, can you?
Soul
Ninja?
can cast fly on me.
Sorry, I'm reading something. What?
We wanted to try and get the entire party logistically onto the island with the lodge that you said was still in the lake of fire, in the caldera of the lake.
So it is on the volcano. So just beneath the rim of the volcano's crater, a small stone lodge has been built. Under the open shelter, you can see several pottery jars full of roots. So yeah, like when you get there, you'll see there's a lodge. It's a decent sized building, not huge, just a modest structure made of hard stone, so it doesn't get burned up by the lava. The whole area is surrounded by streams of lava. I can actually bring up a map that I loaded here. Let me clear all this line work here. And
I will.
I'll load this up.
You know, this is the right. Forget I said.
I will try different actions and stuff like that.
Actually, no, that's not. Wait. To murder somebody in cold blood is. That's wrong.
It's not.
Okay, so this shows you what the this shows you what the terrain looks like as you approach the lodge. Like if you're on the carpet, you're flying over all of these lakes of lava and little islands in between. Taurus, if he's walking like the giants are, they have to step over these like boiling rivers of lava that are coming down off the mountain. Occasionally, there's a crater where a geyser of superheated water sprays up into the air, up out of the ground from the.
Activate my ring of jumping.
Yeah. With a ring of jumping, you can easily clear all these like little streams of lava. Most of them aren't more than like 10 feet across, so.
We're gonna have to fly and avoid those geyser areas.
Yeah, you can easily avoid them. They're pretty obvious. There's a big crater around each one, and a pool of caustic water around the base of each one as well. So the environment's real hot and real unpleasant. The air is kinda bad. Occasionally you'll hit a pocket of really foul-smelling gas, and Trenbull will instruct you to fly up and above it to avoid the stench before we get poisoned.
If we have time, could I do a survival check to find magical ingredients?
I'm going to say on the carpet, you can't do that. If you get down on ground level and explore one of these lava islands, I'll allow you to make a roll to find stuff.
Yeah, I'll do that. I can walk in lava anyway, so I'll be fine.
All right, so you go down to ground level, you hop off the carpet, you investigate around to see if you can find anything.
Yep. Maybe I'll find some crystals.
I'll help you if you want.
Be okay. Let's see if that worked. Ooh, 29.
29?
Yep.
If he says he doesn't need my help, I'll try.
It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard to roll higher than that.
You find sardonyx that's worth 50 ceramic pieces.
9.
A valuable gemstone, a sardonyx, worth 50 ceramic pieces. No, you didn't find anything. You found lava. You probably don't want to put it in your pockets.
Is there anything
Okay.
like nature-wise out here that we can tell?
It is a barren wasteland, a volcanic hellscape where the air is poison, the ground is fire. Almost nothing is alive as far as the eye can see out here. Like maybe the occasional floater floats by in the air. Maybe a Pterax flying around. Maybe you'll see a scorpion here and there on the ground, but that's about it. Like a regular scorpion.
I'll keep trying with the items, the magic items.
Sure.
I'll try to like think thoughts of like, you know, going back or turning invisible or, you know, things like that. Like try to become invisible or.
I'll get back on the carpet when I'm done.
Sorry, first started thinking of other things. I don't know. Well, we'll keep thinking.
This would be a beautiful place to create a shrine for the Lord of Flame.
Nice.
Okay, so you arrive at the lodge. Let's see. There's a shelter. There's pottery jars full of roots. Below the cauldron of lava that seethes in the mountain's crown, that is glowing an intense orange. At the edge of the lava, amid the smoke and the soot, there's a man. The man sits huddled on a stone. Before the crouched figure, there are 4 small fires that are circling him in a wheel-like motion.
Oh, there's the prison. Okay.
Let's land nearby.
Wait, can we see him?
Yeah, he's right there. He's surrounded by small flame creatures.
Okay, establish telepathic connection.
All right, he looks up. You beckon him with your telepathy. And he says, "Who are you? Why have you come here?"
Yeah, you're gonna have to answer that for us first.
"I am Marcus. This is my lodge. Who are you?"
Greetings, Marcus.
You brought your
From
son.
the bearer of freedom.
No,
and your
only
son,
Rinkside
your
can talk right
doors.
now.
Oh, sorry.
Well, I mean, I'm doing it telepathically, but
Right.
you can still talk. You can still talk. There's nothing stopping you.
My
Just
boy?
staring.
You brought my boy here?
I'll do,
Yeah, you can't tell Tim.
You're still at a distance.
Let's look at it. Oh.
Do you guys want to land?
Yeah. I did a 21 religion check to see if there's anything on him.
You can tell that he wears the clothing of a lava druid.
A druid?
Yeah, he's dressed like a druid.
Are you in need of freedom?
Oh, he's not a prisoner here. This is where he lives.
He says, "Freedom? What are you talking about, freedom?"
This is the environment that he prefers.
All right, so Trunbull is going to hurry to his father's side, and he'll say, "Father, I never gave up hope for you, Father. I never gave up. No one believed me. No one would support me. The whole house gave up on you, but I never did. I never will. They said the giants killed you when they betrayed the house, but I knew you could hide from them. I knew you would survive." Marcus responds hesitantly. He says, "So this is my punishment, to have my boy see me like this. You should have listened to them. Tremble, it would have been better if you had believed me dead. The giants didn't kill anyone. It was me, son."
What?
You killed everyone?
What?
Detect thoughts and scanning his brain pan for a bit.
All right. Well, he's experiencing overwhelming regret and shame.
Tremble, you never told us that your father was connected with the elemental world.
He shrugs. He says, "I had no idea."
He's talking about how he was responsible for the deaths of the entire crew of that ship.
Tell us
Well,
tell us your
we-
story. Why?
We
What
are
happened on that
responsible
boat?
For your son being mentally retarded right now.
What? Whoa, what?
He does have a concussion. I wouldn't say he's
Yeah.
that bad, but yeah, we've been making a lot of jokes.
Clear that our friendly fire cleric here is perfectly capable of fixing the problem and is actively choosing not to.
Okay.
Marcus, we didn't meet all of the dwarfs that were with you but they became banshees on the wreck of the ship.
He's so horrified, like that all of this is his fault. He'll tell you his story. He says he developed a deep love of the land during his years as a caravan master. By stopping repeatedly at a small oasis, he fell under the tutelage of a druid. During his travels, he devoted himself to the practice of druidic arts with the hope of helping to heal the land that he loved. Arriving in Avigdar with his brother and their ships, he was filled with the profound awe of recognition. He had found his guarded land. He contrived to be left behind. Sick at the thought of trade despoiling the island, he schemed to convince the giants that they had been robbed. He did not expect anyone to die. He had only wanted to dissuade the giants from engaging in trade in the future, and to chase the fleets away. After the giants sent the Pyrus and the Hesper to the bottom of the silt, Marcus was overcome with self-loathing and has become increasingly detached over the years. He now aids the giants and tends the volcano's crater.
Tends the crater.
Yeah, a druid has a protected land that they guard, and so he tends to the land as a druid would. So upon learning the truth about his father's exile, Trenbull becomes enraged and jumps upon him and begins strangling him.
Emotions.
Okay, you calm his emotions and keep him from murdering Marcus on the spot.
That was brilliant and quick. Just stop.
That was really good. That was really good.
It says in no uncertain terms here, whether Marcus lives or dies is entirely up to the actions of the party. So if you had not intervened, he would die right there and then.
Yeah, that was a great use of that spell.
That was really good. That was like fucking calm emotions.
I grab Trenbull by the mushy part of his brain.
All right. So Trenbull says, you cared more about these rocks than you did for your crew, than you did for me? Who are you to decide what is best for the people here? Who are you to isolate them from the world?
Your father is gifted.
Who are you
He's
to
gifted
decide?
with the...
I say
he's
back
gi-
to him, equally
Your
as
fa-
like... Sorry.
Okay,
Oh, good.
there's a lot going on.
So Marcus is visibly upset by all of this, and all around him you can see that the land itself is reacting to his emotions. The lava bubbles intensely, and the ground begins to shake with a deep, low tremor, like way down deep in the earth, causing the entire land to shake.
That,
He said calm emotions again.
Isn't that okay? I have so many questions.
Wait, real quick. Does anyone still have some of that weed that we got from the
Oh my
cleric?
I'm just gonna drug him.
Yeah, no. Let's just like.
Chill out, man.
Yeah.
Smoke some of this. You'll feel better.
Hang on. I don't need to use that spell twice. It's just, I can just pick them.
Caster Blaster shows up and says, "Dude, weed, man."
Whoa! There's so many things.
Say it
Okay,
again, Taro.
first of all,
say what you said again.
it's an area effect, isn't it, Taro?
Yes, but I can choose who's affected by it.
Okay, so, okay, you did that. Somebody offered him a blunt.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're smoking the pipe right now.
I'm
Oh
just
my
gonna
God.
quickly make a speech because I don't need this situation getting out of control.
It doesn't have to get out of control.
Oh,
No,
okay.
go-
You know
Do
what
it,
I mean.
yeah, do it.
Little speech here. Though your actions were not wise whatsoever, it was technically an admirable thing to want to protect the land. And I will point out to Trenbull that I have been keeping this secret for him but many in his own community are concerned for what the rampant trade might do to their ecosystem and the powers of the land and etc. etc. So
I'd be one of them.
how about
I
just,
pipe up.
I let you. Okay.
I was just adding to that, you know, being a wingman there and saying I'd be one of them. You know, that the merchant houses have despoiled many families and lives in their thirst and lust for coin and power.
Marcus is going to say, I've not even been much of a druid. Druids are here to maintain the balance of the elements, the balance between life and death. The first night after the massacre, I saw the crew. They assembled off the shore, their eyes glowing with hatred. I realized I had done something even more unspeakable than I had previously believed. I made something that tore the pattern. The undead, they refuse death and cannot live. Their very existence blasphemes the balance of life.
You make this guy kind of sound like the rambling, like the Colstalton type. I don't know the character archetype. Like the ragged battle preacher.
Yeah.
Whoa, the end of the day.
Oh, he's a mentally unstable druid for sure. He'll say,
Okay.
I became unable to sustain myself. I lost sight of the balance, and in my desperate search for absolution, I began to dwell on the purity of fire. Oh, I'm sure Grimorn perks up at that.
Oh, wow.
Right.
You're
I
talking
got-
my language.
I get excited.
What about the balance between nature and
Hold on,
civilization?
real quick. I look at Grimorn, and I'm like, not in my head. Like, yeah,
This man is a genius.
fire.
Okay, back to Taro.
Okay.
Yeah. So, what about the balance between nature and civilization? You can't just. All right. To just summarize my point, you can't just steamroll over the environment and expect no negative consequences, and you can't just block them off from our civilization and expect that to work well forever.
What do you
You
mean?
gotta cooperate.
What do you mean? He's a typical fire cleric to me.
So he's
Yeah,
going to...
alright.
He's going to say... Staring into the lava, I could see the cleansing power of the flame. I used my power to call forth beings of the pure element. I summoned them just to look at them. Then after a time, I believe the walls between us and the plane of pure fire began to weaken. Perhaps it was the power of the volcano combined with my constant summons. They began to come of their own volition, not like the ones I had called. They look like fiery beasts. They carry swords, and they have horns that grow from their heads. I have been fighting with them, driving them back. I think they are causing the tremors. There are 4 left, and if they are not destroyed, I believe the lava sea will soon cover the entire island. I no longer know what to do. I cannot hold them back any longer. They are too strong.
Just let it be.
I look at Prius.
So these are the 4 that we've seen circling him just now.
Yeah, you caught a glimpse of them, but they retreated back into the lava.
On our
Look at,
approach.
Yeah.
Retreat back
I
to
look
the
at
lava.
Chris and
Okay.
be like, yeah.
They were there when you were at a distance, but when
Right.
you got close, they sort of disappeared back into the land.
They're fire elemental.
Or back through a portal to the plane of fire, if he's telling the truth about that.
Have you
Right.
seen? Have you seen any?
You know what?
Have you seen any breach between the two worlds?
Oh, he said for sure. He's been opening so many portals to the plane of fire that the area here, there's a very, very thin membrane between the material plane and the plane of fire where they almost overlap here.
Can you show us?
I look at Chris again and be like, yeah.
Well, I wonder if Krios could feel it
Prius.
himself.
Well, it's all around. It's like everywhere, wherever he's at.
Prius,
Yeah.
I need you to know
I want
something.
to bathe in the flames.
Mm-hmm.
What
I'm
is
not
received?
going to say that you must close this portal, but in the spirit of the situation, please try to come to some kind of understanding with the beings over there so they don't burn down the world.
I'm
they
not
even
sure. I'm not sure what
trying to
you're
come here?
talking about.
Oh, jeez.
You know
I
full
can
well
see
what
where
I'm
this is
freaking
going.
Shooting
I
daggers
want
with
Chris's
mercenaries.
side.
I am
Wait.
not. I am not attacking these creatures.
As
Okay.
the conclusion of this whole thing,
Perfect.
we have half the party, you know, on one side, half the party on the other. Oh my god.
I'm not
That's
going to
perfectly
I'm not
fine.
going to intervene in
Morg
this.
a druid? Morg's a druid too, isn't he?
Yep.
Oh,
Yes.
so you're
Oh,
just
wait.
going. So you're just going to let the island be drowned in lava?
Yeah, like I want this world to be all covered in flames.
I'm
That
I'm
will
gonna
kill
have to
all-
oppose this a little bit.
Man.
I need to keep the balance.
This is a barren. I argue. I'll put the argument out there. This is a barren
basically
island, and if there shall be fire, so shall it be.
Okay,
I
so
mean, here is
And if
fine,
fire
this is
comes-
natural, but if you're gonna try to bring lava to the entire planet, that's no better than the
We now
frickin'
have a problem.
desecrators.
We can come to
Or
a compromise
defilers.
and let them have this island.
No, it's to purify.
Purify this island can be purified in lava, and they shall cease going past this place.
And it's only an island.
We can
And
make this a
it-
temple.
It's
With
only
the
it's
fire.
only an island, and it's a connected point to the realm of flames. Do you really think I'm gonna do anything?
Gramorn, choose your words
Prius.
very carefully in this moment.
We
Prius,
can put
listen to me
an
carefully.
outpost here.
If this keeps going, the entire world could be doused in flame, killing everything on it.
And you would see this come to pass.
Mm-hmm.
We can
I'm
make
not
a
asking you
deal.
to close
Then
it.
we have.
I just need to bind it so it doesn't overrun all reality.
I'm sorry, initiative.
Are we're killing him?
I'm going after Gramorn.
I will protect
Okay.
Reborn.
Well, he wants to end the world. Here we go.
No.
I don't want to hand the world. I want to purify the world.
You
It's very
literally
different.
You-
said you want to-
yeah.
Stop.
no.
You guys are speaking.
I'm putting a dagger to Gramorn's throat.
You guys are talking to a fanatic. You know.
Okay,
I'm a zealot of fire.
my movements are so telegraphed. He could possibly beat me to the punch here, but I'm striding towards him, and knife unsheathed, coming to his throat. He's probably gonna beat me to the Anish, but I'm gonna put it down.
What do I get there?
well,
I'm gonna
change
say
my-
something mentally real quick. You took necrotic damage. You know.
party combat isn't allowed. So I mean, if you guys just want to have a roll off, whoever wins the D20 defeats the other one.
Well, that was my thing.
Okay, so Taurus can interpose
Initiative.
himself.
I have an 11 on my initiative.
Okay,
That was my
so
initiative.
you beat me to the punch. I'm striding towards your knife unsheathed,
I just like stop you. And I'm
telling you
like,
everything
it's
that I'm about to
okay.
do.
Okay, so if Grimorn wins the initiative, he wins the fight. So you are defeated
Okay.
What I'm gonna
as
do-
a role play.
Since we're close to the lava, okay. While you try to get me with the knife, I move and I kind of trip you, but I hold you before you fall in the river of lava.
Okay.
And
I'll take that.
I'll bring you back to safety.
So for the record, you tried to stop him. Your character was unable to stop the fire cleric from pursuing his fire religion stuff.
Okay, I'm gonna continue talking to you really quick. This is very important.
Okay, you're talking to Marcus, right?
You understand? No, to Krius.
To Krius. All right, to
Still having this
Grimard.
conversation. This is very important.
All right.
This is fundamental character motivation. Krius, if the world is purified in fire, that will kill me.
You're my friend. I'll keep you alive if you want.
Okay, but that will kill the city of Tyr. And my home village and all of the places that I want not burned to death.
We're talking about an island.
We're only talking about this island
Yeah.
specifically.
Yes, and then if that
We-
spreads, then it will claim the entire world. As
So,
you said, your plan
the direct consequence here. So there are 4 fire monsters, and if the fire monsters are allowed to continue to mess with the volcano, then the volcano will erupt, which will destroy all of the giants' farmland where they raise their Erdlu, which means all of the giants here will begin to starve, which means they will have to turn to raiding, which means they will start attacking other areas around here, which might be the giants west of here. They might go to the other island west of here and fight those giants for their Erdlu, now that theirs will be unable to eat on this island. This island will become uninhabitable for giants. They can only barely eke out a living with the little patch of arable land in the north part of the island.
Okay.
But would that
Now
open
that-
a gate to the world of flame?
Well, that's already happened. There is a gate to the world of flame that is open here right now.
If there's already a gate here, we're good. Like, we just need to...
Like that's why these creatures are here. They came through the gate unbidden. They're unsummoned.
Yes,
Can
but
we
not-
can we make a deal with them?
I'd like to get a word in edgewise here.
Yeah.
So, if you, okay, the issue is not if you want to go ahead and turn this island into your own personal temple. If you want to slay every giant on this island, it makes no difference to me. The world is a better place without their kind raiding and slaying civilized folk around Athos. Making this island erupt, have it, it's yours. But when you speak those words, and you speak them with intent, we have a problem. I thank you for not, for sparing me from the lava this time, but Ramorn,
there is the
I have trusted you with my life. These many, the past year it's been, and I thought I knew who you were. And in that moment, I felt I was very mistaken. Please convince me otherwise.
When we mentioned the,
I can't change. I can't change. I can't change my beliefs in the world of flames.
So this is uncharted territory because the guide totally assumes you'll jump at the chance to help defeat the fire minions.
You saved my life from the cleansing power of the flame.
And the Lord of Flame
Why?
has intervened and
Let me
saved her
read
life
the
many
different-
times.
So why did you save me from the
Yes.
lava just now?
I'm just saying that I'm not gonna do anything. I'm not saying that I'm stopping you.
So you still have...
And if this island explodes, it's the will of the gods. What am I gonna do about that?
I want to pull.
I have no
aside.
truck with that either. If this island were to be for your god, I have no issue with that. That does not affect my family one tittle.
You need more dough.
Well, you know, fantasies are fantasies.
So
Fantasies.
Groth doesn't even want to be on the island. I don't think Groth will come with you to the island. Like once you get here, that's as far as he goes.
Which one?
The
I
giants.
would like to.
You remember your-
talk to Warren.
Whatever friendly giants you have, they won't even set foot on this island because the other giants didn't invite them.
Well, I'm not gonna say I don't care about genocide in front of the giants. That we've been our guides.
But now that you have a flying carpet, you don't really need the giants. You can try to cram everybody onto the carpet and go that way, and then Taurus can just like hoof it. So you actually can proceed. All you'd have to do at this point is just leave the island, and it will turn into a giant burning patch of the plane of fire in the middle of Athos here.
Okay, I need to raise a separate concern.
Yeah.
This is important.
Uh-huh.
Chris, I need to clarify to you something. One, this is... Okay, in the more figurative sense, this is not an island. If you mess things up here, it's very dangerous for... I'll drive the giants here somewhere else, and they'll mess up the entire nonsense.
It will have some political repercussions for sure.
Furthermore, you can dedicate to this place to Lord of Flame without burning down the entire island. I don't need you to banish them or make them exactly stop. I just need you to, like, keep them under control so they don't drown the entire thing in lava. At least not the parts that the giants need to live. Heck, you can get 8 new Servants of Flame with a giant impressive display of eruption. But you have to make sure they don't kill everything in the process. You are an emissary of flame. Be an emissary, not a conqueror.
We don't control the world and the environment that is around us.
They are, right now. They're just controlling it in a more dramatic way.
Yeah, they're part of. They are part of the environment, like anything else, like a river that goes down.
And so are you. You are in this. You are not some separate thing that exists outside of it.
You're just asking me to intervene in something that I would just like to see what would happen.
So you're doing this for just simple curiosity. To watch it burn.
So, anyways, I will.
If you want to intervene, you can intervene. But what do you want me to do against wild elementals of flames?
Ask them to stop.
They might just attack.
Well, if that's what happens, it happens.
I thought Grimoire was trying to open the portal bigger and release all the fire on everything.
All right, I'm gonna give you a clue. All right, so Grimorn, roll a religion check.
While he's doing that, you did say something very suspicious along the lines of something like letting the world be purified in fire, closing a portal to the fire dimension.
Let it burn. Let it all burn.
It kind of makes you sound evil.
A little bit.
And like dangerous to all of our health.
Okay,
My
so
character's chaotic, guys.
so you are knowledgeable about fire elementals, and you identify these creatures correctly as fire minions. They are fearsome creatures from the plane of fire. Their bodies are composed entirely of living flame. They can assume any form they wish, commonly that of a large humanoid with fangs and horns and melee weapons, but they are essentially just made of liquid fire. They are known to be powerful warriors, and very aggressive. Let's see. Fire, flame, and lava are their natural homes. They dwell within them with no ill effects. They can travel through these materials as easily as walking. It is believed that they eat lava. It's known that when they die, they explode in a burst of ash, leaving little to examine or study.
I'm gonna try something, actually.
They're known to be free-willed fire elementals. They are not beholden to the Lord of Flame. So that is one key piece of information. These are like rebellious elementals that are not like regular elementals. You can't...
They act like animals, pretty much.
You can't summon a fire minion. They refuse to be controlled. They're wild fire elementals.
Why are they called minions, then?
Yeah.
It is interesting, isn't it?
Seems ironic.
It does, but that is the name they were given.
I'm gonna try something then. Telepathic communication.
They are chaotic creatures. They won't listen to any will. They'll do what they want. They're wild.
Well, I'm not going to try to command them. I'm going to try to convince them.
Probably the only thing that I could do is, and I don't even have studied that smell, is a control elemental.
This kind of elemental actually has the ability to gate themselves into the prime material plane whenever they want.
I could maybe banish one of them.
Okay, you know what? Sending spell. Hello, I am being of air. Can you not burn down the entire island, please? Thank you.
I think they will just laugh at you.
Can I speak to Grimorn finally?
Sorry.
Yeah. So I pull him aside, fire disciple to fire disciple, and I say, "You heard the part about the volcano ruining the farmland for the giants, and the giants going to war and begin back to raiding, right?"
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Well, that wasn't something that was said. That was just something that was, you
We're
know,
presuming. Yeah.
suggested by yes.
yeah. What I say to him, I'm like, I'm all about this. I want to see the fire too. I'd like to see an island full of lava.
These are just animals. These elementals. You can defeat them, I'm sure.
Let's kill them.
They don't listen to anything. They won't listen to me. They won't listen to the Lord of Flames. They are just
I'd
pure
say it's to you.
flames, walking flames, pretty much.
To you though, like we have a druid here, who's want to keep this place under control for us. This seems, and it kind of seems like this is a gateway to our adventure that we talked about those times, like going to the city of Brass. This is the way right here. This is the way.
When we looked at the at Marcus, like they seem to be powerful.
He wants to stay here. He could be one of your disciples.
Roll a check. Like roll a perception on Marcus.
All assists. Hold on. I got +2. Yeah, I got proficiency. Hold on. I'll give you advantage. Hold on. You say something about it, like, and then I say, oh, fuck.
So a 16.
Okay. With a 16, you can tell that Marcus is a 5th level druid, and the staff that he wields appears to be a magic item.
Do you have? I asked him. Do you have the ability of controlling elementals?
As the druid of the land, he has a lot of control over, or he's supposed to have a lot of control over the elements, but he's lost control because he's so like mentally unstable over the distress from having caused the deaths of so many of his friends.
Well, we can put his mind at ease, right? So we'll.
Well, temporarily with a magic that suppresses his emotions, but when that ends, he's still going to be depressed.
We can say to him, we have put all his. We have had a funeral pyre, and have put all his comrades at rest. So that should assist in clearing your thoughts.
Oh yeah, he's super happy that you put the undead to rest. That was a good thing.
We also have the ledgers from the boat. What do you think we should do with those?
Those should be returned to Charvas, to the families.
We can do that
for you. Yeah, we can do that.
We
That's
can
no
give
problem.
them the rest that they deserve. I don't think you
How
deserve
about-
anything bad. I think you should stay here if you're well connected with the grounds. But could you potentially cast a spell to ask them and force them to send them to go back to the World of Flames?
And can we assist you with this? And we keep this place under control. And we'd like to maintain a fire outpost here.
I'm kind of surprised you're willing to send them back to the Fireflame.
I talked to him. It's cool.
Okay.
Well, there or here, it doesn't matter. It doesn't kill them. Like, that's probably the only thing I can do against these creatures anyways.
You can always guiding bolt them.
Yeah, fireball is not going to do much on them.
I can turn into a water elemental and suffocate them.
You'd be like on an equal ground there.
We had fun, Skywell. That was good.
Yeah, I kind of figured like.
I was gonna break you guys up, but
Yeah, I like
Same.
I was visualizing what same. I thought you were gonna be on my side and helping stop him.
Danger, did
would,
you
but
see
I
my
also-
DM?
I also don't think stabbing him would have helped.
No,
Pacifist, remember?
but oh yeah. Well, I kind of visualize like me advancing on Grimorn, and then all of a sudden, like, you know, the Hulk's fist just smashes the side me in the side, and I go skidding across,
No.
skipping across the
no, I wasn't
obsidian.
gonna hurt you. You're my friend.
If you ended
Right.
up falling
Make
into
sure
the
my
lava
friends don't
somehow, I was
fight.
just gonna If you ended up falling into the lava somehow, I just would have telekinetic you out of it.
Sure. I also have the ability to teleport if I can throw a dagger, but
I have no idea.
this has been exceedingly interesting. I do need to get going though.
Okay.
My kid's to bed, so
Okay.
It's been tense.
Yeah, it's a good stopping point there.
this is about as much a cliffhanger as you could possibly have.
I was looking for a building prop because, like, there's technically supposed to be a building that they're near. There's like a structure just behind them here. I'll find something for it for next week. But basically,
Wherever he's living.
do you remember when you found that tapestry in that little hidden room in the Giant's Cave?
Yeah, the filer one.
There's another building like that with tapestries that these creatures inhabit. So if you go to deal with these creatures, those tapestries will be there.
Interesting.
I am okay with Orin dying in this combat if a player versus player combat were to happen. But
So basically, just as a rule, I don't like any player versus player combat.
okay,
You can decide disputes with a dice roll, like a contest, like an arm wrestling contest.
sure.
You can't kill each other, and I don't want you like doing combat rounds, fighting each other to the death, that sort of thing. Just shouldn't be
Yeah.
allowed.
Okay.
If your character has a dispute on that level where he can't work with that character, then they would have to like split ways. That character would
Right.
like one of those characters would go off on his own and do something else.
Right. So that I think we can be talking more, throughout the week, maybe, and having, dialogue maybe through Discord. Holy smoke! What a conclusion! Well, maybe not a conclusion to the campaign, but still. Resolution. This is like some real like Duel of the Fates type stuff going on here.
Fighting on the lava with
Fighting
Darth
lava
Vader.
With Darth Vader, yeah. I've got that kind of thing going on in my head right now. So
Danger.
What's up?
I trusted you. You were the chosen one.
I'm your father.
No, like yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
with the-
You're my brother.
I am
Grimorn.
recognizing that neither Creus nor Taurus can be inherently trusted. Because
Yeah,
that only functions so long as he can't just burn the entire world down.
There's gonna be some tension going forward.
Maybe they're
for
just-
the rest of the campaign.
Maybe they're just vibing because this area is incredibly holy to anybody in the fire religion. This is consecrated fire ground here.
Grimorn's eyes should be actually alight with flame.
Yeah,
like glowing
yeah.
with fire at this moment.
Oh, I'm super excited about this area. Like, I was jumping from island to island over the flames. Like,
And my character is very chaotic. Like he doesn't
chaotic
care
good.
of what what happens around you.
Being
Imagine
chaotic
Grimorn.
does not mean does literally whatever that. Okay, it kind of does, but like think Catwoman and not the freaking Joker. 'Cause
Well,
the Joker is
hold on.
chaotic.
I'm gonna stop you there, Taro, because you can't tell him how to run his character. But
I'm just saying that how alignments work, because that's not how chaotic.
Well,
Okay,
that's-
it's very
Well, alignments are
Debatable.
flexible as well.
Yeah.
yeah.
yes.
Well,
You at least have at least one square to move on your alignment. at any
but,
point.
but I'm definitely
He's
envisioning
not.
like
He's
if-
not bound by it. I just don't want him using that as his reasoning.
No, but
Well,
it's
that's
like
fair.
in
That's
a
fair.
place like this one, it's like my decision is to not intervene in what the world of flame wants to do in this world.
Abstain.
All right.
Actually, yeah. Okay. I don't want. Okay. At the risk of sounding dickish, there is this thread that happens a lot on like D&D groups. Is like the defense of it's what my character would do. Now, your philosophy is definitely warranted here. After all, you're a cleric of flame. You want to see the world purified in flame. But does that mean like nuke the world? It might mean that to some fire clerics, but certainly not all. And to say that, like, oh, I just wanted to go ahead and see everybody die in a fire, you know, because that's what my lord would want. That's not the philosophy that all fire clerics I think would want.
No,
Now,
but
Yeah, that's kind of strictly into the terrain of elemental evil. Like,
He's
as
he's
a-
him and these creatures would have a lot in common. They have the same alignment.
right. So
the thing in this though is like you're kind of asking me to go against myself in this situation,
well,
and that's the reason why he kind of takes a stance.
you're allowed to have that stance, and maybe you're just. And I like Ninja's idea that, you know, being in this situation, there's such a connection to the flame that you're kind of drunk with power. I would imagine that Grimorn is like wreathed in flame at this moment. You know, pull out all the special effects from the D&D, you know, franchise of, you know, things that don't even make necessarily aren't you know, rules as written, but like just story wise, come on now. Grimorn is a cleric of flame. Flavor wise, the dude's going Super Saiyan right now.
Yeah.
So
I
okay,
do
so
like the comparison of like,
That's good. That was
hey,
a good
my
comparison.
players,
I'll picture him now.
my
just like-
character, my character's obsessed with revenge, and then the villain's like, hey, I'll let you get your revenge on that guy if you let me succeed. And then they just betray the entire party and everyone dies.
Well,
that
I'm not.
wouldn't be in character. It would just also be like bad. I'm not saying that's what this is. I'm just saying I don't like it when you're like, well, my character would do it because it's like in the fun for the sake of
Yeah,
like,
but at the same time, like if you're in a group and there's a situation and one of the players is like a paladin, and then you force the paladin to do something completely reverse of his convictions, like you can't expect that character is gonna be just following through.
okay,
So
I think
the
what we
alternate
need to
argument.
listen. Okay, I wanted to let you say your piece, Taurus, but I think we need to go ahead and sleep on this thoroughly because there's some world-shattering stuff going on right now, and
I have put plans into motion already.
Okay,
yeah, I'm
well,
putting some counter plans into
okay.
motion because, again, I realize that you are inherently, all right, you're not evil, just like,
that's fair.
it's not like
He's just got a policy of non-intervention.
Okay.
In the case like this one, yeah.
in case something happens.
Yeah.
So my argument was that we're gonna undo a bunch of the shit that we just did to make good, right? Make good for the world.
Well,
at the same time, they're gonna our party and the people, you know, they're going to see these elementals be destroyed. We can protect them and send them back, you know, and deal with them. Like he said, like me and him had a one-on-one. They are essentially just animals. He just doesn't want to hurt the animals, essentially, right? So, because I mean, think about it like that. Fire elementals. He's a fire. Like he protects fire, right? So they're animals. He doesn't want to hurt the animals.
Fair.
Right. So
I just thought of a
you
good
have
example.
to protect the animals, and the druid said specifically that he can protect the animals. He just can't do it in his current state. His current mental state.
Yeah. I fully think
we can assist him in protecting these fire elementals and driving them back to the plane of fire. And he's kind of agreed that he will put them back to the plane of fire, but he was not going to hurt them.
I'm a fan of that kind of like, okay, you know, it doesn't quite fit in the rules, but flavor-wise, it makes sense for this. You know, we can go ahead and, you know, back in the old days when you go ahead and, you know, do play by post or play on forum, kind of, okay, you know, this isn't exactly a power that I have, but in the moment, in this location, it kind of makes sense
I mean,
to
he
go ahead
does
and
have the
these.
banish spell.
So also, I just want to like throw in like, who does this affect? Marcus is not happy. He stays depressed. And the giants lose a food supply, so they're going to be unhappy. But you already robbed those giants, so you didn't have much love for those giants anyway. Those were the giants that murdered 2 ships full of dwarves that you had to
bunch of
fight.
Yeah,
hypocrites.
but that was before we. That was before we knew they were deceived and not just randomly lashing out because evil.
That's true.
Would've
They were
loved
they
them
were
anyways.
they were
Who robbed
tricked. They were tricked into mass
Who
murder,
robbed them?
Yeah.
What are
but
you
they
talking about?
they still did the mass murder. So
Well,
They weren't robbed.
Yeah,
They were deceived by the druid into thinking that they were robbed, and that caused them to go do a bunch of murder.
and
Who
just to
robbed
double
them?
down,
No one actually robbed them. They were tricked into. Oh, you mean us?
listen, Oren's bit
We
of
were
bit of
undetected.
evil. Oren's bit of evil is that he's basically following old school D&D philosophy and morality. That I spent my entire career, you know, the army, my brothers, we were fighting against these raiders and murderers my entire life. My understanding is that they are animals that are not capable of real civilization, although that has kind of shadowed a bit seeing this whole bit right here. But there's still just so much distrust that he's kind of thinking like, no, you can go ahead and throw the whole baby out with the bathwater here. So he's ready to go ahead and see this whole island chain burn, as long as it doesn't, in turn, raise the
Mess up
temperature of
everyone else's
Athos.
lives.
Right, mess up Athos and burn it hotter than it already is.
it's regional, not global.
Also,
Well, he doesn't know that though. Oren doesn't know that, so.
You did make me think of something else.
Although Grimorn has expressed that he would love for this to happen everywhere, right?
Right.
Yeah, that's the problem. Moving on. You made me.
Well,
think of something.
you've
If
read
I-
into, you've seen in my mind in the past, and all you've seen is flames. So
You made me think of a druid who's like, it's like there's a bunch of evil trees gonna kill a town. And like, they're trees. What am I supposed to do? And that while the other druids are freaking yelling at him,
Yeah.
it's like,
To me,
yeah,
I
it's
wouldn't
an
hurt a tree,
interpretation.
would I?
It's just an interpretation. And by the way,
Right.
these
And-
guys
and
are
they're
rebels.
allowed
This
to
isn't
have it-
necessarily what the Lord of Flame wants, regardless.
But
I mean, you're chaotic, but you're chaotic good, right? Like you would
I don't
have
think
all
so.
people die.
It's probably chaotic neutral.
yeah, I mean, look. Make sure, guys, that we are having the discussion in character, and as long I do like though that what Taro said about how, you know, it's what my character would do. I do have to caution because
Don't
this is
sacrifice fun for the sake of your own character's sense of fulfillment.
right because this is going to throw a rift in the party that could be.
I did like this, by the way. I should
Yeah.
say 'cause it did like
How
resolve itself kind of well, in my opinion. But still, just be careful.
Yeah.
I kind of agree with that. Don't throw a rift in the party. However, you have to provide an argument. Like you just can't be like, you know, well, just don't do that. You gotta like provide a alternate solution.
And he
So,
has
like,
in 4 different ways so far. He's said the same thing in 4 different ways to you know, explain this in a character. He's done it in character. So I
They
think
give a
that
good-
yeah.
sorry. They give a good
We
example,
assist-
though.
Go ahead.
If you have a party that consists of a paladin and a thief, there's the inherent, okay, well, a classic paladin and a thief, where like
Sure.
paladin wants to not steal from the lord and I don't know, challenge him to a duel, and the rogue thinks that's stupid. There's
Well,
kind
there's-
of an inherent rift there that's not going to peacefully resolve itself.
There's also called insto amine.
That
The
too.
paladin at some point understands that the only reason why they've been able to defeat evil is because the rogue's been stealing shit and help the party become stronger.
Okay, yeah,
Basically, there's two ways
but
you can go.
releasing fire creatures onto our plane of existence doesn't
No, but he's
help
already
get rid of.
he's already agreed that he would send them back. He would
Yeah, and
help them,
I
he would hurt them
also
back.
I also said like you guys can do whatever you want. Like I'm just not gonna necessarily.
yeah.
I don't have to intervene in this.
He's not
Okay.
going to hurt them. Yeah, that's what he's made a hard stance. He
Okay.
will not hurt them.
Okay, well that's
Okay.
fine.
That's this case, but I'm talking about his
problem
long-term
with his,
goal
like, his
is to
intent.
bathe the world in flames.
Yeah,
He
I know.
has to gather
Hey,
enough.
I don't know why
Okay.
you guys haven't
You know
catch
what?
on earlier. on that.
I tell you what. Listen.
Hold
Maybe
on.
what happens here. Listen.
Character development.
Right. This is some
This is an
super character development.
opportunity, not
Yeah,
necessarily
exactly.
Right. Now, maybe, Grimorn is
He's
like
eccentric, you know.
that's fine. That's fine. Like, he's freaking like almost what's the word? Upset? Not obsessed. He's what's the word where you're taken over by
He's fanatical.
taken over by the spirit. There's a word for this. I can't find it.
Possessed.
Possessed. Yeah, thank you. Possessed by the plane of fire at this point. Maybe
He
he's
wants
not.
to become the Lord of Flame.
Maybe he's
It's
not
not
even
too
like
bad.
fully in this plane anymore.
He wants to become the Lord of Flame.
And maybe
Well,
the Lord
that's
of Flame
not-
was speaking through him
Hey,
at that point.
hang on.
These are all some maybes. Those are all some.
He wants to be the physical
embodiment.
embodiment.
Will here. He's capable of making decisions, even if he's like.
I'm just
Building
spitballing.
power.
I'm spitballing.
No,
okay?
but he's expressed that before, is that he wants to become the physical embodiment of the Lord of Flame.
And that is
on
fine.
this plane.
Listen, but look, I'm trying to outline some parameters that we can maneuver through the situation. If I may finish my idea here, okay? So
Yes,
as Grimorn, as Krios, I should say, has said, his character is not going to intervene in this way. So if he
With
wants to
these lava creatures.
correct. Now, if that
This
means
is
that just
so intense.
if that means that for this next fight, next session, please not right now, but next session, he's just not really, part of the combat. Maybe he's having some other kind of adventure, maybe one-on-one within the plane of fire, in some limbo between. Great, cool. That all kind of makes some sense.
That's a really good idea, actually.
There's also some
I could go with him
wiggle.
to the plane of fire.
Well, no, wait, hold on, stop.
But let me finish my thought here, and then I promise I gotta go. But
Sorry.
that also allows some wiggle room by which we could still work together as a party, because it's not like okay, yes, he's a fanatic, but there's still some doubt in our minds, like, well, maybe he is trying to kill the world, maybe he's not, maybe it was just drunken power from the world right there, but he said these things before, but he's helped us. So there's all this, gray area, but he's so powerful. We want to trust him, and he's helped us in the past. So there's all that tension that's still there. Great. Moving on. The point is that mechanically, from the DM's perspective, he can plan on us having a combat with these four fire creatures, right? Krios having his own thing that goes on in the background. The party dynamic can still be salvaged, and where we can still move on as a unit without having PvP at this juncture, or ever, not ever. Sorry, pardon. But anyway, point is that's kind of where I'm thinking that we could go ahead and move forward. So that's my last little 2 cents. I gotta go. Love you all.
All right, see you, dude.
Hey, good night, Phil.
Bye.
Yeah, I'm
Did
down
you see my
to.
DM?
On that, well, I do want to say something. Well, you can leave Skywell, but okay, he's gone. What I wanted to say, I did like his idea of, like, while we're fighting, since the barriers between reality are soft here, his old boss can reach in and give him some words, and those two can talk for a bit, so he has something to do.
I'll protect him if he needs it. I'll go to the fire.
You
plane.
did mention something about going into elemental planes to get magical artifacts, Ninja, I think.
My character has always wanted to go to brass. Like the lantern
this
that I
might be a-
have, and my lantern that I have that I carry all the time, like it's a beacon. You know, it's like a map to brass.
Ah,
Is that a
Well,
specific
what I'm
part
saying,
of PowerPoint?
what I'm saying, Grimorn, is maybe those elementals can take you.
Oh no,
Take us
no,
into
no,
the
those are
fire.
wild creatures.
well, they're not gonna
They're
do
just
that.
they're just a
Yeah, those aren't-
manifestation of the breach, you know. So,
I know, but if we
Wait, I
open
had
the
a question,
breach
actually.
at this point, if we can open the breach somehow,
oh, I'm not even
No.
like I just know that like we're not gonna spend time on that like really, but it's just like we know that there is like a faint barrier between the two worlds here, and that later on could be part of another story or something.
what
like
I was asking about was like, do we want to put a teleport circle here?
well, we'd have to create a shrine, and have
mean,
somebody
if
to
we
look
build a
after it.
shrine-
Yeah, it takes more time.
Well, hold on. So he
Um,
has the druid here. Marcus has a. Well, he has his cabin here. I guess is the cabin. Could we help him with a shrine?
Yeah, potentially, like, and have him some disciples, but he's a little crazy right now. So the thing is, like,
a problem
Needs
for
the
later.
assistance.
yeah.
Ninja.
Yes.
I had a question about these fire thingies. Okay, are these like regular elementals that have just gone rogue, or did they manifest rogue, or something else?
They are elementals that don't adhere to the hierarchy of the Lord of Flame. So the Lord of Flame is like the biggest, baddest fire elemental in the plane of fire, and these fire minions are a type of elemental that's got more free will than the typical summoned elemental, or even a summoned greater elemental. These ones are able to go to the primaterial plane at will, and so they frequently will just gate away from the fire plane, and the Lord of Flame can't really keep track of them, so they're just like this free-roaming creature that sometimes if there's a volcano or somewhere hot enough for them to survive, they'll just dip out and hide in the prime material plane like these four here. They're just going to take advantage of the heat of the volcano and make things even hotter if they can.
So are they uncommon as a race of beings?
They're a very rare fire elemental. They're more sentient than the average fire elemental.
Okay.
Do they?
You said they had armor.
Okay.
They're shapeshifters. They can take any form. They take the form of a horned devil with a sword.
So they're really just pure flame.
They're made of liquid flame, so they're a combination of lava and fire. They're on fire, they're made of lava, and they're in the shape of a little devil with a sword.
Okay.
Can they absorb? Can they can they live on regular land, like just in a desert?
No. They could never survive anywhere but here. It's got to be super hot. It's got to be like volcanic, otherwise they would just die.
All right.
We can send them back. Potentially, or if we, but I don't have it learned. So there's control elemental. That's something that could be done, but I don't have it right now. Well, maybe the druid has the spell, so he might be able to help with some of them.
Oh yeah. So
But-
could you? Okay. Would the Lord of Flame be pleased by them not existing since he doesn't control them?
He wouldn't care.
Yeah,
I was making the point that the Lord of Flame wouldn't be sad if these were defeated. These are not his minions. They're not hurting him at all if they are destroyed. They are free-willed fire elementals that are not even in the plane of fire. They've escaped. They've broken free, gotten out here into the real world.
little troublemakers.
Yeah.
All right. Then last note then before I leave, just want to say I'm not upset with Pyrus. It's just
You phrased things very poorly, and my character doesn't want the end of the world to happen.
Yeah.
To Chris, it's just the start of a new world. I'm like, no.
Yeah, Nurgle says the same thing. That's right.
To
My
you,
character's like- my
it's the end of the
character's like-
world. To me, it's
Yeah,
a
he-
Tuesday.
My
I'm trying
character,
to keep the balance of this world. You need to stop.
Yeah, when you guys mentioned the whole giants would be in jeopardy, I was like, I like giants. Giants, my friends.
Which are more your
I
friends,
was trying to
giants
say
or
that.
fire?
Giants are friends.
Okay.
I was gonna say, like,
Clear
you
on
could
that.
just use this. You could use this place as an opportunity to like just convert them all to your cult and get like,
Well, we
turn
will
something
want
that
them.
wasn't
Yeah.
into something useful to the Lord of Flame.
These will all be fire
No.
giants when we're done.
these ones.
Not wind
Oh
giants.
yeah. No, these creatures, like we can control them. They won't listen to anything really.
Yeah, but
No,
you
no,
have
no,
to
but I was
control them. If you can get
Even,
like,
even if
if
you
you-
banish them, won't they just come back on their own?
Yeah.
That's true. They can gate at will, so they could come back if you banish
they
them.
might,
Banish can keep them away for up to a minute.
You guys might have to kill them.
also, I
But,
was trying to say,
hold on.
you kill 4 of them, and then you get 8 fire giant worshippers when you go down into the giant portal, and I don't know, bring back some minion of the Lord of, like an actual minion, like a minion of the Lord of Flame, and then you impress them with big fire magic, and get them all to convert.
Yeah.
We just have to subdue them. That's the trick, is that we have to figure out how to subdue them. We have to weaken them enough that the druid can control them. If they're weak enough, the druid
I'm
can control
confused if
them.
that's going to work at all. Like, I thought
Well,
they
the
were
druid
wild
said
by
that he
nature.
can control them. He just can't. In his mental state right now, he cannot control this strong of elementals and this many.
Okay, so we just have to weaken them then.
Is his
Oh,
mental state a
like-
thing because of the psionic dampening stuff?
No, because of the
No,
dwarves.
it's unrelated.
Like
because of
permanent
his-
control of elemental is completely different than.
He wanted
Like
to
control
protect the
elemental.
land from the MK Trade Federation. He didn't want them stealing the obsidian of the land and taking it to make money off in some city. So he told the giants that it was a bad deal, that they were being tricked by the House McKay traders, and the giants overreacted and murdered all of the ships full of dwarves. And he's heartbroken about it. He didn't want it to end that way. He just wanted to keep the land pure. And so now he's not even a good druid because he's too upset about the things that he's done and like the regrets he's got.
But
Then
we
now
have
he's
cleansed.
threatening to
We have
basically
cleansed
balance
their
and
soul.
everything.
We have cleansed their souls for him. We are going to take the
Well, yeah,
tablets
that calmed
to
him down. still.
Charvas, to the families, so the families can have peace. So it's gonna his
Like he
conscience
created
is gonna be
undead and then-
cleared.
He's causing fire to leak into
If we
reality.
can clear his conscience, he will be better off and able to actually do something for us. However, in the meantime, we have to handle we have to keep these what do you call them? Elementals,
Minion.
under control. Yeah, the fire element, the fire minions under control. And
So
potentially
he can
get
get
them.
his crap together and stop them.
Potentially.
It's
The guy has PTSD, man. Like, it's gonna take
It's not gonna
years
be
of
an
therapy.
overnight
Serious
thing.
matter.
Yeah, it's not gonna be overnight either. Yeah.
And then
He's still gonna
hopefully,
be guilt.
if that goes
He's still
well,
gonna have guilt. But he's, he has
then we
work
can
through
just
it.
like, yeah.
He probably
then,
hasn't had a good night's
hopefully-
sleep in a long time.
No, I think you guys will have to kill the elementals, and then we'll be able to
We
move
probably
on.
will.
Yeah, because there's like I don't really have spells right now that can do much on that. Could
think we
maybe I can protect you guys
yeah.
against the fire if I stay close. I could immune you to a lot of their effects and spells and stuff like that, but that's.
I don't think we have to.
I gotta be honest, I tend to find elementals a bit boring because, like, they don't stand for basically just like robots, like the paperclip robot with just something slightly different. Fill a world with air, fill a world with fire.
Hmm.
Genies are like the one exception, and even then, they have their own issues.
Well, they're like chaotic
I
creatures,
don't know why
you know?
genies are alignment locked.
Don't they float?
Oh no, you
What do you
guys,
mean?
Corkinard is dead.
What?
What about
Corkinard is dead.
You didn't know that?
Yeah, he was trying to communicate with him. He sent me a DM like, "Can I talk to Korganard and get him to fix this situation?" I was like, "Korganard does not respond. Not since that last call."
he forgot?
I don't even remember that. What was that? Was that when I fell asleep?
Could be. It wasn't super recently. It was weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
Well, he died again.
What do you think? So yeah, help him overcome his troubles, and you, Creus, get a fancy fire portal and a bunch of converts.
So,
Actually.
so long where it left off, you guys were aware that Korganard had gone to speak to a contact that was a halfling in the Forest Ridge. So if you want to find out what happened to Korganard, you have to go across the mountain, north of Tyr, into the Forest Ridge. So add that to your list of things to do to solve the mystery.
Yes.
On that note, I would like to go to bed now.
Yeah, all right. And I will end the stream there. Good game.